Что ноут охуевает.
А чё с ним?
Ром завис.
А ты его используешь?
Ну да, мне ж надо откуда-то что-то читать.
Это да. Ну давай сейчас, пока интро всякие будут, я думаю, еще вначале, если кто-то будет, то будет попозже. Все, we're live. Hey, stop talking Russian. Hello, Hippocat.
Здравствуйте,
Yes,
товарищ.
precisely what I uh, had in mind. Anyway, here we are, Metroid Prime. I've seen this game played through a couple times on YouTube. Haven't played myself past a certain point. Don't remember the structure, but more importantly, Hippocat has seen, as I understand, pretty much nothing from the Metroid Prime series, so this will be kind of interesting. Seeing as he has played the original and Super by now, so we'll see. We'll see if this turns out well. If anything, I've got to say the controls in this game aren't very well suited. But let's just proceed. Nintendo Retro Studios. Also, we're probably gonna have to adjust the volume again, but you know, with every new game come new responsibilities. Hello there, Daniel.
Hello.
Okay, OBS is picking it up. Let's go. And yeah, the volume is a bit much. Give me a second. Options, audio settings. I'm gonna put it down to say 40 perhaps. Unless it doesn't actually change. Audio 40. Okay, what about 25? Okay. This should be proper. Okay, now let's not watch pre-rendered weird introduction. So, as far as I understand, this game was actually made... At least I heard somewhere that some people that worked on Turk 2 actually moved on to another team, made Retro Studios, and were involved with this game. And I think I can see some similarities here and there. Also, I really like the menu music. Also, Antroid Fusion connection bonuses. What could this be? Actually, it's just an ugly looking seed from Fusion. Okay, Danielle there, how about the volumes? Should I turn the game down a little bit more, or is it fine?
I think you should.
Yeah, in my ears I do hear it's maybe a little bit too loud. Let's go all the way down to 10, perhaps. I watched a couple seconds of the Doom stream from yesterday, and I think I will turn out Doom's volume as well. But, well, no, it's just different days for different games. I'm gonna run parallel Doom and Metroid, just like I did with Dark Souls and Fear for a while there. Alright, well, as you can see, I have been slightly playing ahead. This is not even as far as I've gotten before. I think I've gone up to Fendrana Drifts, but it doesn't mean anything to anyone. Let's start any new game. Hopefully there will be no trouble with like the fake memory card file or anything like that. I don't remember if there's any interesting options. Okay, that's nice to hear, Daniel. An unidentified distress beacon has been tracked to a derelict space vessel in orbit above Talon 4. Okay, OBS is actually going to show my little system messages of stuff written to memory card file. So, Hippocat, do you have any idea how a 3D Metroidvania-ish game could possibly work? Do you have any expectations of how this will be structured and gameplay designed and all that?
Well, I kinda think you can do pretty much the same Metroidvania thing, just in 3D.
Well,
like, I don't think there's like any special issues with it.
Yeah, I guess. I just... the secrets probably have to be hidden in a different way. Slightly different, at least. But yeah, you're actually kind of correct. There is no... I can't think of any large differences in the design itself. But it's still very interesting to see this realized in full 3D. Also, there are going to be little hitches in FPS here and there, but I think I've minimized them. This is as good as emulation can possibly get of a GameCube game, or of this particular GameCube game. The textures are a bit murder, but you know, what can you do?
The graphics look pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I have like no understanding of what GameCube is,
Well,
but I'm kinda impressed.
we have played Series M Next Encounter and we have played Turok Evolution, both on this emulator. And this is the same
Oh,
console.
those were also on GameCube?
Yep. This...
Well, I think this looks way better than Series M.
Yes. This game, though I feel like I'm detecting, I wonder if that's alpha channel fuckery there, or if that's supposed to be black. I don't remember exactly from this place. I think everything looks pretty much like it should on this emulator by now, so we aren't gonna encounter any serious graphical issues. The controls though, man, that is something else. So I'm using cursor keys for rotating and movement, and a combination of my SNES controls and general FPS controls for other things. So jumping is X. I'm just, you know, for people who are wondering what torture I subject myself to here. X jump, A fire, D missiles, W whatever the fuck W does. Actually, I forget what. It's like lock on. Let me lock onto this. Yeah, lock on. You know, console aiming. This game decides just fuck it. Let's just let people lock on like in Zelda. Because you know the FPS, the shooting part isn't the important part. Q and E.
Is there like no option for mouse look, like there was in Turok?
Not exactly, because in this game, by default, you only have left to right rotation. But if you hold, I think, yes, it said it's E. You enter the. She puts her hand on her cannon, and you enter the proper free look-ish mode here. Unfortunately, with all the look spring bullshit, because you know joysticks work different from keys, and you know you don't. The game is structured so that you don't really need all-time free look, because you know you can lock onto things, and it's pretty quick to do this if you need to lock onto something above or below your general screen. So unfortunately I wasn't able to set things up so that, you know, when I was holding one button, suddenly the controls in the plugin change and my mouse suddenly becomes... I don't think you can even set up like secondary keys for the same function in Dolphin, but maybe I'm just not looking deep enough. Anyway, enough deadling. Also, we already have Spring Ball, which by the way I'm using C, the general crouch key for rational people, and Hippocat was wondering what the Morph Ball would look like in this type of situation. So, as I said, third person.
What a shame.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But I guess it's really the only way to do that.
Yeah, and there are going to be little sections of levels like well, I keep calling it Spring Ball. Morph Ball mazes where you cannot even unmorph, and those are kind of from the side like the OG Metroids. So it does that kind of thing.
Also, Daniel, yes.
And you can morph in midair as well. Thankfully, you just need to press one key. I don't think in this game I don't yet have any sort of space jump, and I don't get screw attack at all in this game. I think it's Metroid Prime 2. I don't know why I just shot a missile there. Normal gun would suffice. Also, I have my charge shot. This is a little tutorial piece here. And you can see also our little selections on the lower left screen, lower left corner of the screen. That's a visor selection. We currently have the scanning visor available. I think it gets improved in further Metroid games, but unfortunately we only get this little part of the screen where these little scan points are visible, and if we try to lock onto them, it scans different things in the environment. You cannot reach your gunship because some fucker activated the force fields. And there is a fuck ton of things, like everything is scannable. very minor details of the environment sometimes are scannable, and even pickups and enemies obviously, and just lots of shit. So it's kind of like the X-ray vision right off the bat, because it almost tells you like what you need to blow up certain things. I just activated something, I guess. Did I just reactivate the switches, or maybe it wasn't? Ah, just the switch. I activated the deactivation switches. I think that's what happened. And I think, let me see, options. I should, where is hint system? There we go. I will.
Everything is so confusing.
Yeah. I will disable hint system because I don't need any hints. I know everything.
Well, Daniel, it was pretty cool. However, I am not a huge fan of situations where you are like supposed to lose or die or something.
Yeah.
And no, I did not cry. Probably because I haven't played Metroid 2 on Game Boy.
Yeah, I don't think you'd form much emotional connection with the Metroid if you played that even, because I think what they showed in Super Metroid's intro is pretty much the extent of what you could see in that game as well. I always thought it was a bit of a stretch when people said they were actually slightly emotional over that little cutscene thing at the end of Super Metroid. And it was especially ridiculous when the creator, who later went on to make Other M, decided it was some sort of huge masterpiece of like emotional storytelling and all that. Good old shoot the door. Also, this game has a lot of detail in terms of the visor. You can see it's getting fogged up here, which is pretty cool. Let me scan the door. Oh, I guess the door is closed now. Well, I mean open. Closed for scanning. And there's the main docking bay. Deck Alpha, emergency evacuation area. Current status, environment unstable. Normally you just walk with this visor on if you are unsure what is scannable, because there's fuck tons of shit to scan. Some of it gets pretty amusing, some of it's useful. And some of it's completely useless, like, whoa, this door leads into the next room. And you activate all the switches using that as well for some reason. Ah, those motherfuckers running about. That motherfucker's dead. So, that's the space pirate look in this game. Unfortunately, I cannot keep my cursor, keep my aim steadily downwards. So I kinda have to do this. Or, you know, maybe you can, yeah, you can kind of lock onto him. Nah, that doesn't really work. Death caused by a severing of the spinal cord. Harshman. And I think they look different in every Metroid Prime game as well. Severe flame damage to exoskeleton. I don't know what that is. Escape pod, launch, launch, launch. Everyone escaped. Well, almost everyone. High levels of radiation. More escape pod stuff. Very large muscle structure surrounding the jaw area. Huh. I wonder if that severed someone's spinal cord at some point. So yeah, we picked up a distress signal. Wow, I just cannot talk to the distress signal, yes. A musician released a distress signal, and we picked it up, and it subliminally instructed us to board this space pirate vessel, which it turns out is a space pirate vessel. It doesn't look like any activated from this room. Oh, I guess it didn't actually bite through this guy, it just kind of impaled him. Violence, heck yeah. There's a little bit of auto aim there. Generally this game just does everything it possibly can to help you fire at shit, which I appreciate. Oh fuck you, just finished dying. Yeah. Oh, he disappeared because he was a corpse. Tail section possesses mouth-like orifice, yeah, for birthing offspring. If you ever thought you needed biological details on those little Metroid 1 sprite enemies if you get this is the game for you. And apparently they have landed on Talon 4 when they escaped from this little base here. Acidic burns the body. So mostly I guess I will be reading like monitors, and because there's usually research logs and interesting stuff on them, but I won't be reading stuff like doors and corpses mostly because it's, you know, it's cool that it's there, but it's not necessary. Oh, I slightly need to catch up on the chat there, even if it's just Daniel. Yes, I think I will be reading most of the lore like in Doom, the parts of it that I deem interesting. Also, I think before next streams of Doom, I will read all the like weapon lore and stuff that I skipped in the stream, and I will decide if any of it is worth reading further. But yeah, Headshot, that game actually is...
I'm gonna guess that it's not really worth reading.
You know, I do think maybe there's something interesting in like some of the weapons, perhaps. As I said, for some reason I feel like the rocket launcher could have something interesting in it. But we'll see. It won't hurt to check it out. Okay, I can ride the lift. Also, check out the little minimap there in the top right corner that we have. Actually surprisingly useful. Unfortunately, it doesn't work when in morph ball mode. Map station, heck yeah. But yes, I was starting to say there, Daniel, I don't think headshots are gonna happen in this game very much. Unless there's like a boss at some point that you specifically shoot in the head, which I don't remember very well. There we go, there's a proper map. I don't remember if all the rooms have names. I feel like they do, yeah. The visit rooms all have names. So this is mildly confusing when you just want to get the general bearing of the area, but it's actually incredibly helpful for fighting where you have yet to go and stuff like that.
Man, compared to like Daggerfall map, this is just awesome and amazing.
Yep. Well, this game did come out slightly later than Daggerfall, so you know, it's only fair. Ground zero secure, crater radiation readings normal. Aha, that's foreshadowing. Crater radiation. There is a specific crater which has a reason to have radiation in it. Parasitic infestation has been detected in the ventilation system. Two parasite queen specimens have become volatile on deck beta. Well, that's what you get for experimenting with parasitic life forms using weird thing that we'll discover slightly later. The best part about the minimap is on elevators you know which directions you will exit, so that's very helpful usually. Will it say anything about electricity? Damage, use caution. Anything about the fire? No, I guess not. Fire is kind of self-explanatory. Okay, well, I just need to time this. Nothing difficult yet. Do I have bombs? Yes, I do have bombs. And it does little bomb counter on the top there. You can see the 3 that are allowed to me. And most of the time I can double bomb jam, but this is pretty cramped.
I gotta say I'm getting slightly claustrophobic.
Yeah,
just from looking at you play.
This game does that a little bit, because you always see the helmet. I guess maybe the FOV is kinda weird. I don't actually know what the FOV is like. But this game really puts you into the helmet, into the suit. Low life signs. Well, that's good, I guess. It's kinda that asshole. Space pirates. Severe internal damage detected. Well, cool part, when you charge your beam, the pickups float towards you, so it's easy to pick stuff up. Rejection of Phazon compound detected. So the Phazon, I guess it's not a spoiler, the Phazon is the thing that they are experimenting with. Pretty much just doing mad science and figuring out what will happen to organisms if you do Phazon bullshit to them. Because space
That
pirates
doesn't
like
sound
that.
very scientific.
Well, you know, it's kind of like the Nazi style of research. And space pirates are kinda stupid. Nah! Heal! 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 Both legs are broken, well, you don't really need to live at this point. Parasite agate in whatever pop-out stage. The carapace becomes rigid. Combat mutation applications are complete. So basically, sometimes they don't try to breed Metroids, sometimes they do other things as well. Is what you should be getting from all this. There are some really funny research logs later, how they try to duplicate functionality of our like super exosuit that Samus has, and it's like body is crushed to an attempt to morph ball, severe casualties and shit like that. We'll read that when we come to it. I think I might remember where it is. Ballistic support needed. Basically someone got out and then oh shit, turret. Okay,
also, you got some static noise again.
Ah, well. Okay, I just looked a little bit at the chat. Yeah, that will resolve itself. Oh, I was scanning the ammo. Okay, that's our missile ammo there. I did have to wiggle my jack for the headphones a little bit because when I just put them on earlier today, they were only doing one ear. So I guess maybe just there's something about the case and the connector that just is susceptible to static bullshit. I don't think there's much I can do about that short of, you know, purchasing new headphones, which is only when this breaks will I consider doing that. Because there's way too much buying headphones that I have been doing recently. Also, check this out. I wonder if it will be visible on stream or even in Discord if I get. When there is a light flash nearby, you can see the reflections of Samus's face. The eyes mainly. So when I shoot, you can see her eyes a little bit there on screen. Did you catch that?
I can't really see that.
I wonder if I can pause the emulation. Oh, there we go, there's the eyes. You should be able to see that.
Wow.
So occasionally there you can see more of the face when there are brighter flashes, and it can even slightly startle you. I guess missiles don't really make as much light for some reason. Yeah, malfunction, no shit, I killed it. The pirate data entry. Zibus has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates Orpheon, Syriacus and Vol Paragon were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy, but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We are ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at code blue. No signs of pursuit from the hunter. So I guess you just blew up the Zibus first time hit kit in Metroid 1 and then this happened. Base infusion stage 1. Blah blah blah. Stable. Stage 2. I guess something finished doing. Happening. Making. Complete. Stage 3. Mutation initiated. Status stable. Stage 4. Cell structure failing. Well, that's not good. There's some Doom 3 shit going on here. There's not much DNA. Terminating infusion sequence. Oh, is there someone in one of the... Oh. Hey there. Specimen inserter holding 1. Phase and level unknown. Xenotropic life form unstable. I think you can recognize that little picture there, Hippocat on the left. That motherfucker from Super.
Is this supposed to be like one of the monsters from previous games?
It's the guy that jumps on the ceiling and floor in Super Metroid at least. In Brinstar I think there's a lot of them. The big
Well,
one.
I guess the shape is kinda similar, but I can't say I really recognized him.
Oh well. Plasmite, native of Talon 4, whoever this is. Parasite larva. Generally harmless. So yeah, that guy from Super Metroid isn't too keen on getting captured. Or rather, staying captured, I suppose. Increases the acid production in saliva ducts of parasite larvae. Also, I'm wondering if you'll recognize some of the music in this game, Hipcat, because... Not just because, you know, old Metroid games, but for other reasons as well. Specimens exhibit incredible strength and body mass increase. So yeah, Phazon does miracles to things, apparently.
So I'm just gonna guess that perhaps you used some of the music from this game in your like black stuff.
Close. Biform pain tolerance at 13% and holding. I like how the finishing, the last monitor in the series of reports on this mutation is like, okay, let's clear the garbage. And don't worry, usually there is not this much to read. Normally we just kind of traverse the environs, but this is, you know, A, the intro, and B, a space pirate vessel research lab / whatever. So there's bound to be lots of shit in here. Fuck off there. I have a feeling that they might actually have ragdolls properly here, but I have not confirmed it. Oh, that's the familiar face. Zoomer. That actually kinda looks like familiar. I think it's the same name that all, you know, the very basic guys that just circle the platforms in the very beginnings of Metroid games. But I guess this particular type is native of Talon 4. War Wasp, okay, those guys are assholes. Super War? I think it's a Super War. Oh, no, it might be. Oh, Shriekbat. Those are the guys that hang on the ceiling and jump down. In Super Metroid as well. The guys that you couldn't kill for the longest time. In that one pink area, for example. Ice Shriekbat, well. Okay. This is kind of brutal what we're doing here. Just coming in the aftermath of whatever happened here and just fucking finishing everyone off. Obstruction, whatever. Shit's gonna blow up basically, it says. Security codes to be changed every lunar cycle. Oh correct. I got 15 missiles. So, as you can see, we're starting with all our ability, well, most of our abilities and shit. And this game, I think, might have the worst justification, apart from Other M, for why we don't have them eventually. I'll just leave it for you guys to see. Also, there's the Half-Life lift here. Something under the ceiling there. Let's kill the parasites first. Oh, that might have just been this space pirate motherfucker. They are also pretty fond of leading their shots, as I've noticed. But luckily we are Samus, so we can just tank everything. Yeah, I think there was just this guy was hanging there under the ceiling. Right, I think this is something scannable. I'm not gonna bother with the bodies anymore. Not appear to be receiving power. Ah, yes. So this thing, some of the things in this game are silly. Let me do whatever. Okay, turn this on. Please insert metallic sphere to open door. So, you know, if you just happen to carry a meter diameter metallic sphere, that's the only way you can open this door. Very convenient. Yeah, Daniel, I'm not gonna scan every pirate. I'm gonna scan the...
Yeah, we know that our, like, arch enemy turns into a ball. Let's make the door openable with the exact same ball.
Well, it's very noble and sporting of them. It's kind of like the same... They calibrate the things on their doors so that our beams can open them, even though they are completely free to do otherwise, because there are doors that are opened by other beams that we don't have. That's a save station. In this game, the save stations just give you everything back, which is nice of them. But I think they also might give... Ah, no, the turrets didn't respawn. But mostly enemies obviously respawn in this game. All the fucking time. Okay, here we go.
Man, those game devs, was there like objectifying women?
Yeah,
Those
right.
like ass shots, completely outrageous.
Parasite Queen. Parasite female, genetically enhanced by unknown means. A weak spot has been detected in this creature's mouth. Use auto-targeting to acquire this new target. Scans indicate the presence of a potent mutagen, origins unknown. Creature exhibits the ability to fire weapon-grade blasts of energy from its mouth, a trait not present in the standard parasite genome. It appears that the pirates have begun a bioengineering program with considerable results. So, one thing to get away from this is that when you scan enemies, sometimes you learn about their weak spots, so this is useful. And the other thing is...
Can
this
you
music
not
track.
auto-aim to those spots until you scan them?
I probably not lock on, but I don't know if you can actually shoot them normally. I think you might be able to shoot them normally and it will do the increased damage or whatever. But it doesn't, it will not auto-aim until Samus knows... Oh shit, Samus knows about it. Also, this is the music if I get. I used it in HSF. Or at least I definitely sent it to you once or twice, and I was intending to use it in HSF.
I don't remember.
I think I was intending to use it for the original idea for that one mayor who turned himself into some sort of insect thing, and like a fight with him. And I remember I think you commented that yeah, this was totally fit some sort of half horror, half action type of situation. Or where you have to like escape a giant insect that is running after you in some bunker or shit. Oh, right. Shooting lasers. Well, guess what? The tradition demands we have to evacuate immediately. There's probably things to scan here, but I'm not too keen on standing still for too long. I will, you know what, I will run with the scan visor. You might need to scan like elevator switches and shit. Actually, this removes my map, so no, I will not run with the scan visor on. Well, that was a bit more powerful than I'm used to my rockets being, but okay. I'm just gonna escape. I think there might be still some pirates fighting over there somewhere, but I don't give a shit. They will all blow up and die. It is sometimes slightly frustrating to roll into these pipes, but it's better to roll in here because all these swarms of motherfuckers actually obstruct your screen a little bit if you are running first person, because they just splash bullshit on it and you can't see very well. Yeah. But since these are a little bit elevated, sometimes you can't really just roll into them. Okay, shit is blowing up. Maybe not the best idea to roll upwards like that, but whatever. Okay, Let's go. Just to demonstrate what happens. Luckily I still have my map to follow, but yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Got punched away by that thingamajig here. I think this might be able to kill you, but it's set up so that the first time you run in there, it just pushes you away a little bit, because otherwise it wouldn't be super fair. If you run super fast and you run in there before it smashes you.
Is this Ridley again?
Yep. And in this game he is for some reason called Meta Ridley. Not even Metal Ridley, but just Meta Ridley. I think. At least he is by the end of the game, but... There's our grapple hook thing, which is super automatic, and that's nice. I'm wondering if that has actually disabled any of the turrets. The fact that I scanned the switch, or if it's just disabled beforehand. I haven't done enough testing to confirm. Also, I like how she puts her fingers to the helmet. Boom! Suddenly, we lose everything because we collided with a wall a bit strongly.
This is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Like, what is different about the situation that it doesn't remove her health, but rather removes her things that she has. What? I shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be here at all, okay. But you know, at least in Metroid Prime 2, the evil parasites steal your powers. And yeah, I'm not sure I needed to do that either, but I did it. Also, I like that there's proper lighting and everything when you shoot. Yeah, it's still better than other M. Kinda wish they'd made Ridley somehow destroy our powers in our suit. Just suffer a vicious attack from him instead.
That would have been so much better.
Yeah. So, this time we're just following him, because we cannot allow space pirates to prosper. They're doing suspicious shit and we must poke our nose into it. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. And now we are onto the cafeteria. Rather, this is Talon 4, so it's Talon Overworld, I think. Also check out these textures, man. You know, these plants that are in focus right now, they are super Turk 2. Like level 4 Turk 2, straight up. And something about the camera work and the cutscenes in this game also kinda reminds me of Turok 2. Maybe it's just confirmation bias because I've heard that some of those people might have worked in this game.
Gonna be AFK for a minute.
Alright, I'm just gonna jump around this place then. It doesn't give you numbers. Since I want music to be perceptive, I will raise volume by 2% while decreasing the volume of the sounds in-game. Okay, waiting on Hippocat. Green arrow on her left shield. What? Oh, left tit. I'm sorry. Something. I don't know. Some sort of marking on your suit. Gotta save after scanning those plants. Alright, we don't have morph ball now.
Where did you get the morph ball?
I didn't get the morph ball, I just lost it.
No, I just thought that you just found it.
Nah,
I
I was pressing the key, seeing if I could spot her from third person for a little bit, but apparently not. So, first, check this out. Little droplets on our visor when we look up.
Cool.
And then when we look down, also, very important lore that I've already scanned. Give me. Talon fern, blah blah blah, commonly found near water sources. Wonder if it's gonna say anything about this moss thing. Yep. Bitching about lichen, as they say, is to be giving off low levels of radiation. No matches found on flora and fauna databank. Right. And if I wanna fall down there, obviously it's all gonna be escapable. Because it's a video game, but it might take a bit of time to find the escape sides and everything like that. So there's a bunch of places in here we could theoretically go. And I don't know if I've ever explored this place on my attempts to play through this game before, so I might have missed some. For instance, I really don't remember if there's anything here because I don't remember ever going here. So this will be exploration-wise almost blind playthrough because I just remember, like, you know, the general areas in this game. But not the progression, not the secrets, most of them at least. Including mushrooms. No, that, Daniel, that is way too, you know, straight looking for a scar. It's some sort of marking, I think. And I don't think anyone's ever mentioned... God damn it, fuck off. I don't think anyone's ever mentioned Samus having a scar on her suit from Ridley. Okay, there's actually nothing I gained from climbing all this. And I do believe I will need probably Morph Ball to get under here. Well, file this away to the place in my brain which doesn't remember anything, realistically speaking. Okay, there's that door. We have also, while we were away, Hippocat kinda looked around here. There is this little weird place where I can morph ball into, and these little tangleweeds that retract when shot. All they do is just slow you down a little bit. But, you know, that's annoying as well. There's a bunch of doors there. I think I'm just gonna walk into this door. let's start progressing. Ugh. Oh no, scanning the beetles. Beetle. Blah blah blah, aggressive, territorial, gonna charge at you and all that. Fuck 'em. Something glows in the dark. I think I remember those little... No, maybe not here. These little glowing things were scannable someplace. Okay, this shit blows up. Sapsack. Irresistible odor and sweet nectar. It was nearly eaten out of existence. But it decided to explode. So it's obviously saved it. Oh, I cannot charge beam yet. So now I will have to pick everything up manually for a while. There's our little beamer zoomer friends. Zoomer. Anchors itself to walls and addresses. Avoid contact with spikes, blah blah blah. Nervous center. Uh-huh. Now that's a gimmer. And it's slightly tougher. I will need to use missiles. And I actually don't think that this goes anywhere I can reach at the moment, but let's find out for sure. There's that door and there is this door. Okay, that motherfucker doesn't die. Instead it shoots some weird bullshit. Okay, that's how we properly do it. Unfortunately I have to do this tapping shit because I don't have a joystick on me. Okay, so that door you can see from afar slightly, but it's locked with a thing. Okay, I cannot jump on this side. It's locked by a thing that requires missiles. No. We walk around on the left. Requires missiles basically. One time, kind of like pink doors in Super Metroid. So that other door, past that one half pipe over there, is our destination. I just jumped on a zoomer, but I'm fine. Some beetles burst from the stone. I guess maybe not strictly stone, because the bottom here might be soft, who knows. They're stupid anyways. Not sure I need to blow this up, actually I probably don't. The good old elevator music. More or less. For reference, we were talking about that little green arrow thing on her chest there, Hippocat, when we mentioned scars.
Yeah, I understood that.
What, Daniel, what about the music? Is it loud? Too loud? Because I did decrease the sound volume a little bit and then increase the overall volume where you were gone, Hippocat. Because I kinda want the music to be more hearable. Is it a bit too much? I don't know.
Sounds fine to me.
The music in this game is cool. We could all stand to hear a little bit more of it. Anyway, Chozo Ruins. New area. We'll be here for a while. At the highest point of our city lies the fountain, a wellspring of pure water that flows throughout our civilization. It is the jewel of the Chozo, the life-giver, and yet its waters speak of a clouded future. As we come to understand the paths of time and space more clearly, we have begun to glimpse rough tatters of past and future glittering behind reality like soft lights behind the curtain. We have seen the fountain in these glimpses, pouring darkness instead of water, and we cannot guess what the visions mean. We might learn this from more scans a bit further down the line. But this is a little chosen settlement where they have decided to go back to being closer to nature and try to ascend in some sort of way. Eventually it led to them having glimpses of the future and the past, I suppose. And some other things that are better left unmentioned for now. But rest assured that fountain pouring darkness is indeed going to be something we'll find out about, and it's not quite as interesting as it sounds, unfortunately, but you know, it's true anyway. Missile. These things are signs, I suppose, mostly. Another half pipe here. So I guess they did it by having the rooms load separately, and the doors, you know how it works, you know, you shoot the door, it loads the room behind it, or I guess maybe it loads the adjacent rooms to the one you're into, or something like that. I remember watching. But this allows truly a level of detail that is nowhere near as low as Series M Next Encounter or Turok Evolution. Check out this fucking graphics here, like the amount of stuff in this room. Pretty cool for a GameCube game. Okay, can't go there, can't go there. The only path is here. And maybe these little tunnels here are also meant to be transitional areas for loading. Scarab Beetle, I'm going to quickly mash through this, but essentially it says that somehow they decided that, you know how we should defend our territory, we shall embed ourselves into walls and fucking explode. And things we do not want being here approach. Doesn't really work out too well for them. Weird eye thing that shoots at shit but can be closed if there's a flash of light, or you can just, you know, walk past it. We chose our departing now, after so many years in peaceful seclusion here on Talon 4. When we came, this place was a refuge for our spirits, a civilization built from native materials, bereft of the trappings of our technology. We were linked to the land here, kindred to the plants and animals, far away from the machines we have become so dependent on. And so we leave it now pristine, a testament to the mortal forms we no longer need. See, there is some ascension going on. We have drawn the veils of time and space aside, and are withdrawing beyond the illusion. But we will never forget this, the most sacred of our homes, and we will remain ever watchful. Not creepy at all. Poison and 3 leaves. Everything is dead and dry because of poison. So basically, you know, being hippies allowed them to transcend into some sort of form that doesn't need physical bodies, and thus they left the physical world. There's a
Well, if
result.
they are hippies and they don't need physical bodies, but do they still need like marijuana?
Maybe there is astral marijuana, Mary Jane, somewhere in beyond space and time. Also, you can see a little thing here that will require morph ball and bombs. And of course these motherfuckers. War wasps. More annoying than dangerous. No regard for personal survival, dive bombing, blah blah blah. When you get stronger weapon you can destroy their hives. Unfortunately the hives respawn as well, but you know, still easier. Toxicity, poisoned, blah. So we can kind of see a theme here. Also, they have not gone away from machines entirely. There is still a lot of technology in here, but you know, it looks a bit more rustic, I suppose. And that was fine for them. I think we'll be able to get the proper Varya suit in today's stream, so we won't have to look at her weird non-spherical shoulders for much more. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. Okay, let me see if there's cannibal things. In honor of Talon's a star. The same one. The untranslatable symbol is chosen. I think the other one is the same. This really petrified organic matter looks like a rock carved into the shape of an eye. Huh, ever watchful, they remain.
The only translatable symbol has something to do with your mother.
Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you. How am I doing this with like 4 buttons that aren't intuitive at all? I don't know, but I guess I'm just that good at this. Okay, that's... You can see on the minimap there that door is marked gray. That I'm looking kinda down there. That means it's a missile door, so no use in checking that out yet. Yeah. Plasmite. They do kinda light shit up, but fortunately, unlike Super Metroid, killing them all doesn't make even completely dark, it just makes it slightly less pretty because of the lighting. Oh, let's scan the crate. Is it scannable? No, it's not scannable. Ah, weird. You'd think crates would be scannable. Oh, I guess maybe they do, Danielle. Maybe they just are small enough to look like them. Anyway, you can see our little warning meter there. Literally measures our distance to the poisonous whatever bullshit. Better remove this tangleweed because might not let me jump all the way. I like how this room is tilted for no reason. Drainage, high level toxins. Mechanical device appears to be inactive. Life forms within the hollows of the machine. Nothing about the roots here. I think on some roots it says like, oh, this stone structure was carefully constructed around these giant old branches. Wow, this even says, oh, maybe you should use the bridge to get that power up. And this is a bridge. Huh, I wonder. Oh no! Okay, so I will say one thing against this game, the bosses in it can be pretty fucking tedious. I don't know if we'll see the proper boss of this area today, but this is kind of a mini boss of sorts and it's fucking tedious as hell. Because you need to kill these assholes and they just circle at the speed greater than you can turn. And you can't really lock onto them. And then you shoot that, it turns, and there is more, and you do that 4 times basically. Normally I just spin and shoot randomly until I see one that's stopped somewhere, and then I lock onto it and kill it. Because sometimes these hit as well. The random stray shots. Come on. Yeah. I don't know, maybe there is a better way to fight this boss, but I have not found one. You don't really get many abilities at this stage, considering the thing you get for this are missiles, and it's like the most basic single upgrade you can have in these games. Yeah. You can hear them behind me as well, but I cannot turn quick enough, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, I think I killed a lot of them there immediately. Yeah. Hey, die. Yeah, Daniel, it will do that. I wonder if the HUD and all that, like the parts of the helmet you can see, contributes to that feeling. Because essentially for people who watch, not for me who plays, because I don't really get that kind of feeling. I just, you know, feel like I'm inside the suit, which is pretty cool. Actually, if anything, it feels kind of cozy. Ah, fucking wasp. But it might be very different for like VR stuff and or wow, didn't actually need to do this 4 times apparently. The game took pity on me. Okay, that's good. I think I just fought the wasps off like 3 or 2 times. Cool. Ah, I need to remember this here thing. The morph ball tunnel. Because it's part of the same room and it marks itself as being visited on the auto map. Actually, I think I even know where it might lead, because as you know, I've played ahead. Oh, and coincidentally and conveniently, these little blocks fall down. We can escape. Okay, this is probably unscannable, right? Right. This is all ruined and shit. Actually, Daniel, I think you can play in Dolphin in VR, because on the wiki when I was reading like compatibility settings and shit for this game, it had some sort of section on the wiki for like resolving VR issues. There we go. Fuck the hive. Also there is that little EU thing accessible through morph ball, and only when you have bombs, even because you can't really jump in there otherwise. Have to remember that as well. I don't know if this is useful, but it at least is a little callback to how Super Metroid showed you the map after you died. Some of these weird things I wish you could scan, like what the hell is this thing? It's a huge grating
The
cover.
devs didn't know either, that's why you can't scan it.
Ah. Should have thought of everything. Didn't really intend to shoot on them, but whatever. And now I'm out of missiles. Might get me my missiles back if I save, or I might just, you know, grab these. The wasps give you a lot of shit if you kill them. Okay, can you kill these with missiles? Maybe not. I do know, I do happen to know you can kill them with a charge shot that we get shortly. Okay, back in the main area, I'm gonna just completely ignore all these scarab beetles, because fuck them. Yeah, I noticed that, Daniel. The one of the sculptures dedicated to like the star or the sun or whatever of this planet, the one of them didn't have a gem in it and had a hole. And that's where the scarabs, unless you're talking about something else, in which case, no, you're wrong, because the scarabs came out of that place explicitly. Okay, can you get, there is, obviously this is a direction. Yeah. Also, I could return at this point to the grassy area and open, there was at least one missile door in there, but if I understand this game correctly, it will probably not get me anything, because there's a lot of optional things like that. You could think to backtrack, unfortunately most of the time they need some other item in there as well. Kinda wanted to scan the birds. Oh well. Yeah, that's not even a missile door. Oh, but I need a morph ball here. Okay, not I'm gonna bother you assholes. And not with you. Let's go here. Die. Cannot wait until the music picks up in this place. They kinda changed the music in the same locations after you pick up some of the upgrades. Hi, I wonder if you can guess what we'll find in here. I like how the missiles appear to have some sort of minor splash damage to them. Ugh. Fortunately, these guys, I don't think, ever drop missiles. So that's all we're gonna get for this fight. Hey, look at its massive glowing red butt. As it dances in
Probably
place.
isn't a weak spot or anything.
Nah. It's purely decorative. Yeah, I thought I turned off my hints. Come on, game. Oh, I should probably scan this bullshit. Ah. Just for completion's sake of nothing else. Oh no! The bot is dead. I should probably at some point scan the energy pickups because I have no idea which ones give you how much energy, but oh well. Lost Planet, is it? Huh. I feel like I should remember that name because it's generic enough, but I'm not sure what game is that.
Go back to the place where you got the rocket.
Ah, yes.
Also get all the, like, rock places.
I should probably wait until I get the bombs though, because a lot of the morph ball areas also require bombs. I think I will go straight to bombs and then I will go return to everywhere. I don't remember. Yeah, the other things you get in this place specifically are the charge beam, and I don't think that opens any new places. So the bombs are the last thing in this environment that will open something new. Yeah, everything drops on my head. Probably didn't even have to unball. Okay, whatever the fuck is going on here, I'm not sure. Fountain choked by overgrowth. Toxin levels are high. New Chozo lore. As we struggle with the great poison, something stirs at the edges of our vision. It is the hatchling Samos. We feel her across the void as she hunts the corrupted. Will our fates again be one? As our pride shatters, will prophecy become real? When all the strength wanes from the Chozo, will it be the hatchling who fulfills our legacy? True sight eludes us, for the poison gnaws at all vision, leaving seers blind and filled with despair. Truth's blessing may come too late.
So I remember you said before that like those Yozo guys were like taking care of Samus or something.
Yeah.
Where is this established?
I think it might be just established in the manuals, but there's also that manga style comic that I think Champion mentioned in one of your streams. And I think it's canon, and it pretty much shows that Just randomly at some point there was some stuff going on, and space pirates attacked and Ridley specifically killed Samus's parents. And there was a old Chozo guy by the name of Old Bird in there, and he took her in with the race of the Chozo, and I think they might have like genetically modified her or something. She is like slightly genetically modified compared to normal humans. Or maybe it was just some magic bullshit. And they engineered the suit for her as well. And apparently left all these fucking power-ups everywhere. Frozen Planet, Massive Aim. Oh yeah, Lost Planet. Frozen isn't that the Capcom series that has 3 games by now? Or is it some different Frozen Planet game? Because I think I have some of those on Steam, and I've been meaning to play them. Because the main guy looks like a, you know, some sort of scientist guy from a Soviet cartoon with a beard and everything. The time of prophecy draws ever closer. When decay flows, the hatchling will walk a poisoned path to the source. Indeed. Indeed I will. Ah yes, pilot a cool mech. That— oh shit! Intense heat readings. I probably shouldn't go there. Actually, I need to remember this place as well, because this is not strictly Magmoor Caverns, but another place where my various suit will be used. Yeah, when I read the rest of your comment there about the cool mech, that pretty much sealed it, because I remember watching some parts of that. I might get around to those games at some point as well. I'm not super interested because they seem like the kind of mainstream stuff that I'm probably gonna be disappointed in, but... okay, that's energy stuff. I wanted to scan the bats. They probably won't respawn this easily. But I think the percentage you got from scanning, you know, one not to the end, it remains... oh shit, I need missiles. It remains, and I will rather scan them more easily in the future. Okay, where would I get missiles? Can you drop missiles, please? Any of you? No. Okay, I know the bees drop missiles, so I'll have to walk a little bit back. Maybe I should have saved at the save station. Oh, in the dark you can see the magnetic rail stuff. Oh, maybe these assholes will drop some. Actually, maybe the rate of missile drops will increase if I'm at full health. So, I should collect all the health. Like so. Yeah, 2019 sounds about right, Daniel. Okay, wasps, come on. Come out and play. How do I attract your attention? Or have I killed you all? Under other circumstances it would have been a nice situation. Ah. Well, I guess all else fails. Might as well go save. Or hope for these guys drops. I guess some enemies just straight up don't drop missiles like the Beatles. Funny thing is, I didn't run into this problem on my pre-playthrough where I didn't actually know what was coming or anything, so somehow this part I'm playing a bit worse. Oh, they do drop missiles, never mind. Cool. I only even needed one pickup. Wow, I avoided all of them, that was masterful. The sunlighting, do you mean in this game? I assume you're gonna talk about this game mainly, not, you know, the sunlighting from the Lost Planet or anything like that. Okay, fuck you. I don't care about you. Jump here. Jump! The collisions in this game are surprisingly accurate as well. A lot of speedrunners do tricks by standing on shit you're probably not supposed to stand on. Now you come out, motherfuckers. Okay. Like this, thank you very much. Okay, the purple ones give you 10. Ah, looking at the sun. Get some sort of lens flare effect. Ah yeah, there we go. Serious Sam style. Okay, screw it. Rolling through all this. Enough backtracking. But I shouldn't probably drop into the poison in an effort to cross the room more directly. I'm not sure I will be able to jump out of the poison very efficiently. Yep. Yep. Walk. Okay. Yes, there we go. Immediately finished scanning them. That was my intent all along. I wanted to scan the shriek bats actually. Yeah, Daniel, the chat does have a delay. It's been an observable reality for a long time. Yeah, I think we'll get... Oh yeah, I should scan these guys as well. I think we'll get the charge
Look,
before it
it's
bombs.
Half-Life Tentacle.
Yeah. Actually, it's
Hey,
called
Vice.
Reaper Vine. Hello Vice. Reaper Vine, powerful rock running tentacle. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can probably advance through this room the other way. I did not manage on my first playthrough, rather on my, like, you know, short beginning of a playthrough. I don't wanna use deceiving terminology to make anyone think, oh shit, to make anyone think I have played this game through at some point, which I haven't, or yeah, I guess I haven't done that, but I did play a little bit ahead. Wait a second, how do you... Oh yes, back up here. Okay, this time I won't let the tentacles throw me off the platform. Yeah. Oh boy, I remember this place, but I don't remember actually where is... I guess this might be a save room or something. It seems small, yep. Small on the map. Why would Morgan Freeman know about this planet?
Morgan Freeman is God. He knows about all planets.
That true as well, yes. Oh shit, there's exploding mushrooms. Mushrooms. Or we shouldn't be using missiles for trivial things like that, but whatever. That which fouls the water seeks the sun, a little boss hint for later. Great poison comes from Talon's core. Actually not very true, but... Aha! What is this? Probably should read the scan on that wall to figure out what material it is from. But it doesn't matter. Largely, usually, stuff like that you blow off with missiles, and that's that. Okay. There's our aiming. Okay, in this room you need to activate a bunch of rune stuff. Also, in that room where I fell in the poison with the big tree, there's also 4 runes in there you need to activate, but... well... I've played this way in this order in my first attempt, so... Yeah! Oh. So I will repeat this. As far as I remember, this room just has the charge beam in it. Okay, wait a second, I think one of the runes is back there, yep. out of scanning range? Might be. Yeah, okay. So in the other room, one of the runes is under some weeds. And when I scanned it under the weeds, it said, scan indicates there is a rune here. And I figured maybe it needs to be activated before I can scan it, but apparently it's just, you know, we need to get rid of the weeds. Yeah, I kind of figured Danielle, but you know, I thought they were making some sort of extra reference there. We have returned to Dolphin 4, born here against our will by a great cataclysm from the reaches of space. A meteor came, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Though we perceived this from beyond space and time, it was but a curiosity, a brief flare in the infinite march of the universe. But the meteor brought with it a corruption, or just corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, glowing at life with such violence that we were ripped from our peaceful state and find ourselves wandering as shadows of the mortal forms we left behind, searching for why we are here. Yeah, I don't know why those three things are a charge beam, because I fully expected them to be bombs. But they are the charge beam. And now we can destroy these creepy eye things. And we'll kind of have to come back here with a bomb as well. Maybe I didn't do this in the best order. Though if I remember correctly, actually, yeah, I think when we go there, there's going to be some other obstacle there that will prevent us from progressing further. Some like the magnetic rail. So actually, yeah, I do remember that better now. I specifically thought to myself, yeah, I should remember when I stream this not to come back here because it will be useless. Yeah. Okay, so this was a little charge beam sidetrack, and I think we can climb. Yeah, there is also this place. I don't remember if I got here first or if I got up the tree with the other rune set first, but yeah. Oh, also now I can draw in all the pickups back, so that's cool. Charge beam is useful for that. Oh, I hope I don't need bombs in there. No! Okay, wait. Didn't fall very far. I'm not... Well, I mean... It did say probably something in the scan. Wait a second, what? How do I get back to... Ah, logbook, there we go. It's a different... Creatures. And wrong button. Creatures. Oh, I don't have a lot of creature lore apparently. Blast cap. Ion. Was it an ion? I think it might have been an ion. Let's see. Entirely composed of ocular tissue, yeah. Capable of launching sustained energy beams when active. The ion is sensitive to light and will close shut bright flight. Yeah, it doesn't actually say anything particular about the origin of this. If I were to guess, I would say it's an organism that is not exactly Chozos, but maybe it happened to evolve this way, or even just come into existence because of the Chozo ghosts that are inhabiting this place and shit. Who knows how magic works in these games? Okay, this thing will be useful much later. I think it might require some sort of beam type that I will probably not get for a while. Okay, so this tunnel seems like it goes to the bombs, yes. I remember this. Yeah. So down there will be just descending into poison. I know that beforehand, so I'm just gonna go in this direction. Hi. Stone Toad. Vulnerable only from within. Remain still for days. Inhaling them whole. Blah blah blah. Oh no! I'm indigestible. Indigestible whatever. Screw you.
So you have to like bomb it from the inside.
Yes.
Fuck.
It seems I am not alone today. From the incisor you have to bomb them. Yes.
You really gotta fucking work on stop me from hearing myself, because it just makes me unable to speak sometimes.
Ah yeah, blame it on that. Alright, scanning. Now, not the door. Fucking scan this thing. It's a creature. Simulated drone. Blah blah blah. High risk of malfunction. It's not really a robot, but will defend itself anyway. Oh, it just occurs to me that I forgot to scan the annoying red wasps from that boss fight, and that probably opportunity is lost forever, but oh well. Phew, that was... Oh, I shouldn't have jumped there, obviously. God damn it! I always let go of the wrong button because I'm holding the lock on button at the same time as the hold the charge beam thing button. And I keep letting go of the wrong buttons. I don't know why it has some weird hologram on top of it. Yeah. Wow, was I preventing it from turning there by colliding with the flame? That would have been kind of amusing. Die. Lock onto that, please. Okay. Maybe not the best boss fight to use my shitty keyboard controls with. Yeah, Vice Commander. This game was like deliberately made of the shittiest possible controls for non-controllers. It could have been so much better if it would just have some sort of alternate control scheme.
What a boss. Stick with a flamethrower.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Daniel, I do have to kill the poor fat frog because it stands in the way of me progressing and killing other things in future, which I want to do as well.
Kill things to kill more things. I like it.
Isn't that what most video games are about in the end? Apart from sport games and simulators and stuff like that. Even some simulators, I guess, have like war scenarios. Then they helpfully put that little place on the floor, which kind of marks where I need to jump from. There's a little weird door in the tunnel there, probably to allow for loading. Fuck you! You say cute, Daniel, but that frog kinda freaked me out when I first saw it because you never turned around and a fucking big thing with eyes looking at you. Creepy things don't deserve to live. Probably should have scanned a bunch of shit in here first, but you know. It's just gonna be machinery. Well, if it was a creepy stone hamster, probably yeah. Especially considering most things respawn in these games. If it was a kitten, I would have killed it in a heartbeat. You know, I'm very selective about these things. I might have been able to hesitate a little bit if it was a hamster. Eh.
What if it was a rat?
I don't know. Might have stopped my progress through the game completely. Well, I mean, the rats in Might Magic games don't, so I guess it depends on how it was portrayed as well. I better not fuck this up because it's timed. Okay, didn't fuck it up. If you scan all the pieces of the puzzle now, it will just say, machinery is inactive. Fortunately, I already know what it did and why it did. I guess not why actually, but how I achieved it. I know that part. Okay. So it gave me access to some other thing somewhere. Ah yes, the platforms rose a little bit more. There we go. No, I think there might be something down here somewhere. No? I guess maybe not. I do like how you see the residue from all the poison that was here. Kind of like in the New London ruins in Dark Souls. Details are cool. Also that path here that I said leads down into the poison. It's actually pretty useless all around. Because it leads to that second bombable place down there in the window, but you can just jump through the window anyway. Okay, I can now reach this door. And remember what's in here. I think it might be just some sort of bonus expansion thing. Okay, I will have to remember to return here once I got the whatever ball. I need to climb the railing. There's our first little taste of morph ball sections that this game has a lot of, which are pretty cool. Okay, where the hell is the exit here? Also, I'm not sure if you were ever required to do the double bomb jump to get anything in the older Metroid games, but somewhere in the Chosen Ruins here, I do remember there being a bonus that I don't know. I guess you could probably use a spring ball and return there, but you can get it using a double bomb jump, and it's even built in a way that makes it very certain that they did intend it to be possible. You will see when I come there. There's a specific
Yeah,
thing.
Daniel. But then imagine if you just accidentally let go of the trigger and just your entire bed explodes.
Yeah, the bed will respawn if you leave the room and come back. Possibly. Oh yeah, by the way, the music picked up. Okay, just roll under these assholes. Yeah, now if I remember correctly, it dropped down. Ugh! No, not the poison! Almost. Might need to come back here once the poison is cleared, but for now, return slightly back to that one room where there are more runes. This one. And proceed up. Luckily I did play ahead, so I won't have to search for the fourth room as long as I did my first attempt. Because it's... I don't know, if it's not even that hidden. There it is, I didn't find this rune for a long time. Where's the platform with it? Poison weed. Probably scan. That's a rune. I guess the poison weed are probably scannable in some other place when there isn't a rune nearby. Man, do these boxes fucking have anything in them? What a ripoff. At least I know I can blow them up with a regular beam, because I used to think it was only possible to charge beam or missiles. Don't know why. Ah yeah, I guess we needed bombs here, so I couldn't have progressed anyway. Fuck you and fuck your hive. I feel like there was another hive somewhere in the center, but let's scan this room. And okay, there is some more wasps and another hive there. Alright. And we need to get rid of this poison weed before rolling, because I think it actually pushes you out of the alcove. Roll out of the platforms here and down into the poison too many times on my test playthrough. Yeah, there's the last rune. I think this might actually just lead to the boss and everything, so... Let's see if I recognize the area, which if I do, I will return and grab a bunch of shit everywhere before I proceed to kill the boss, because, you know, kinda want health for a boss and stuff. Then again, I was just kind of playing shittily my first time. Maybe I don't need all the health. Get in there! Venom weed, there we go, that's the proper name. For once this thing doesn't say anything. Weird enough. Ah! Better check for any blow-upable walls. Doesn't seem like there are any blow-upable walls. This weird beetle image there. No, I haven't, Danielle, but oh well, you know. I trust my playing ability. This is also a pretty tedious boss. But now that I actually know how to properly beat it, I think I should be fine. I was kinda confused my first time because I didn't remember the specifics. But it's pretty fucking tedious. Also, it has a creepy skull face for some reason. Annoying part here of it being out of scanning range. Actually, maybe I should just do this thing and get it into scanning range. So the mirrors reflect sunlight on it. Without sunlight, it collapses completely. Hopefully now I can scan it, but also it's very helpfully and at length depicted by the cutscene. I need to go there and bomb that shit. Flagra. Source of the toxins. That's pretty much all you need. Accelerated. The growth cycle has been accelerated. Also, no, well, the tentacle is back. Could also scan the tentacle, but not really necessary. Okay, it put the mirror back up somehow. No! It fell on top of me. The part I mean, I could deal with this boss if it didn't have all the fucking cutscenes every time. Even the same things happen over and over, like for every hit you have to look at. Oh, now there's gonna be 2 mirrors that are glowing on it. And it grows back up. And guess what? This actually does go up to 4. Yeah, Vice Commander, I have to agree, this boss is pretty fucking horrible. But you can have, there are ways to deal with it. You can stun it a little bit and then proceed to go and shoot the mirrors. Actually, you kinda need to do that because it will get the mirrors back down if it gets the opportunity to do so. Okay, stunned again. Fortunately, the passageways where I have already bombed, they straight up just disappear. So I can't really make a mistake in here. But yeah, I think this one is just ruined by the cutscenery. For example, a boss that people consider, I think people consider good, that little rock golem thing in the winter place, I think his concept is pretty lame, to try to this creepy ass little skull face plant. But I don't think it has as many cutscenes with it, so... In other ways, it's a better boss. Okay, after disabling one... Oh no, there we go, I put it back. So we need some precautions. And I should stay locked on it. Thusly... Let's not let it... Yep, there we go. And there we go. Roll into the other. Yeah! Q. Last phase remaining. Doing a much better job than I did yesterday when I tried this the first time. Hey, guess what's gonna happen now? Oh, I managed to combo it a little bit. But it was all for naught because I didn't actually get this guy stunned. Gonna just keep shooting. Or when it awakens. It'll hopefully immediately get stunned again. Close enough. Ah, totally wasted a missile there, but okay, whatever. Last missile. Might as well... actually, I should keep locked on this guy. Okay, so since the animation for that is pretty slow, that's my last missile usage. All mirrors up. Too much rushing into the tentacle place, and there we go. If I say so myself, I think I dealt with this boss in a pretty efficient way. Could have been much longer. I'm not sure what's happening here. Either it's trying to grow back, or other things are trying to grow and just aren't being led by the poison or something, I don't know. I think it's just Flagger trying to grow back but failing immediately. And, for some reason, after beating Flagger we get our little upgrade that's completely unrelated to it in any way possible. It'll give us proper shoulders again. There we go, now we at least look like proper Samus Aran. Samus, however you pronounce it. And I think in this game, the suits might actually give you like armor protection. Yeah, you know what? This is an entrance to the next zone, the heated zone. And there is an entrance to the zone from Talon Overworld, which I took on my testing run. But I think the entrance from here is more scenic and cool looking. But at first, I'm gonna backtrack if I'm allowed. Hopefully I'm allowed. Hopefully this is not the one. Oh, damn it, what? Well, I guess we'll have to go through a little bit of... That's weird, I don't remember having this issue last time, because I definitely didn't enter... Hopefully that's not a glitch of some sort. Maybe I just need to go slightly further away. Because I definitely didn't enter Magmoor Caverns. Ugh. Didn't have to fall down here. From this side. But I definitely did enter it because I did have the suit. Naturally, so you know. The game could not have not let me... Ah, maybe I do need to go through under here. Yeah. Oops. But I do think I activated the elevator at least, so... Or wait, is it a different place here? I might be misremembering completely. Give me a second. These weird fuckers from the wrecked ship. Kipikite, you might remember them in one specific place in Super Metroid. Actually, I should probably scan it. Pulse Bombo. Life form of raw energy. Periodically releases explosive segments, blah blah blah. Invulnerable to most known weapons. Electrical energy can harm them, however. Lack any intelligence beyond an interaction to other charged energy sources. Which is kind of a hint to say if you charge your beam, it's actually gonna fly straight at you.
It doesn't sound like a good idea.
Yeah, no, it's not a good idea at all. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, I better get rid of all these wasps before I do anything. I know I'm blowing up the hives after killing the bees because I'm pretty sure the hives respawn as well. Yeah, it does kind of look like a cartoony representation of an atom. Okay. There's shit here, but most importantly there is that lore bit. The world of living things feels strange to us, we who have existed so long on the edges of time and space. It is clear now that we Chozo can never return to our dimension. Not while the great poison reaches ever further into the planet. It is so powerful, this creeping evil, that our wheels are crumbling and our minds beginning to fall. And so, before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart, we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts. Guess what we have to do? And filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness in our ethereal states. Even when we are done, it may be too late. Oh, I think I exited this from some of these other doors, perhaps. And there's the Mugmorn Caverns North. And this goes... At one point I asked... Maybe, I don't remember if I asked you, the audience, or just said that I should remember this. But this actually goes... I shouldn't be even going here. Because on the map you can see it goes to that tilted room where we fought that boss. And got, what, missiles, I think? Guess I might as well venture there in case there is an item. I don't remember there being anything on the way here, but maybe there is. But I might have just give myself a little bit backtracking. Because I do need that other way as well. Yeah, this just goes... I mean, I could backtrack through here, but that other backtracking direction was unvisited, and I think that's only accessible from that elevator room. Oh, I should probably try to show this. About the accurate collisions. I think in here you can... Oh, maybe not on this one. On one of these pistons I definitely blocked it with my ball at both of the edges, like, you know, it has two places you can conceivably get stuck on from below, and on both of them I managed to get stuck because I was leaning into it. So I guess it was actually not intentional of them. Maybe this 3D one. Ah yeah, there we go, it goes back up if it gets stuck on me. Actually, I would probably just bomb jump here, probably quicker. Okay, so this is the place I mentioned before, where you can get the item inside using only the double bomb jump. So, you see there are 3 slots. This one is obviously accessible without any sort of jumping. You need to bomb inside of it to activate it. But it had a metal grate on it that you had to destroy as well. And I think they are indestructible by bombs. So this one, you can do that. But you see, the top one isn't actually protected by grade because you don't have a fourth bomb. You cannot place another bomb while in the air after a double bomb jump. Because in this game, I guess you cannot infinite bomb jump in this game. Because it does that 3 bomb thing, your allowance, and it kind of has a little timeout. There we go. So you wouldn't be able to place another bomb up here and blow up the grating. So they didn't put a grating on that one, which leads me to believe they intended you to be able to get it specifically with this. Our sanctuary grows by the day. We chose to know much of technology, but we have chosen to leave it behind on this journey. Our home here on Talon 4 will be a place of simplicity. Structures hewn from the stone, bridges woven with branches, always caressed by pure waters. We build around the ancient and noble trees, drawing from their strength and giving them our own in return. All that is wild will flow around us here. Our race will be just one more group of creatures in the need of nature. It is our hope that such a state will bring with it great wisdom, a great understanding of the nature of the universe. Once our city here is complete, we will peer inward and discover the truth. I guess it is all sentient shit, Daniel, I can see that, but they are slightly lying about no technology because you can see they're still... They like Steam too much. We visit some sort of Chozo planet in Metroid Prime 3, and that's just straight up steampunk all the way. Also, it's kind of bullshit, because using technology and science, you can definitely, unless, I guess, there's an exception if you are a mystical race of fucking bird creatures. But...
Hello, Sabiente.
Hi, Sabiente. Yes, I think I will be playing the whole trilogy. Provided I can run Metroid Prime 3 properly. That one might actually have mouse control for me. Oh, I should have probably demonstrated this place, because it's back in the big courtyard here, and that... life thing up there was visible the entire time, of course, as you do, as you get. So now a little bit of backtracking through Chozo ruins to get extra shit, and I don't think I will be returning to Talon Overworld, even though you can get to the next plaza, magma area, Magmoor Caverns from there. I think they structured the, just, you know, the place where you enter through Chozo ruins is just prettier. And there's a save room and a little music escalation situation, so I think it's just cooler to enter from Chozo ruins.
Did you get those, like, places with rocks where you needed the morph ball?
Well... Oh, you mean in Talon Overworld? Or...
Yes.
No, I haven't gone there. Actually, I don't know what is there, because I haven't gone there in my test runs either. But, well, I guess we might, before descending into Magmoor, and I might as well check everything. Oh shit, I keep forgetting about this place. Because first you need to get up here and blow this one up. No, wrong. Guess maybe this is not the best place for morph bowling. Fuck you, wasps. Wow, this one is in here with me. Fuck you, bombs. And I feel like in this game the missile expansions are more valuable feeling than they ever were in the 2D ones. Because in 2D you can just spam missiles and they're not quite that powerful, but in this game, you know, just even the fact that you don't really spam them kinda makes them feel more important. Okay, there's this place that I remembered. And just bam, more missiles in this tunnel. And you can see all the poison is now water, so theoretically if we wanted to, for example, we could blow up this. I guess we could have gotten this before as well. Didn't really... Poison didn't really prevent me from doing this, I just didn't notice it on my first run today, but, you know. Yeah. Okay, this was what? This was map, I think, there. Through the door. And I'm not sure, but I feel like there might be still something in the future rooms. Let me see. I think this is the place where you get missiles, so actually maybe... Yeah, this is the missile place, so there is nothing. Unless there's something in this room? No, okay. There is some shit on the way to the morph ball, I remember. Some bombable shit. Come on, load. The room isn't even that big. Got slightly confused there because I mixed that room up with another one. Okay, I don't even care about your beams, you losers. I'm just passing through. I do love these tunes that Metroid Prime games have. Really, I don't know, even... I feel like there is a precedent in previously somewhere in entertainment in some game, or maybe some, I don't know, maybe in a movie, where this kind of music, especially when it goes like wee stuff, not the current piano like thing. Okay, wrong direction. But I feel like there's this part. I feel like there is some sort of association already in place of that kind of tune, instruments or whatever, with mystical civilizations and space travel and stuff like that. You know, wonderful, wondrous discovery in space. And I really like how Metroid Prime just embraced that style of music. The only one that's kind of similar in Super Metroid, for example, would be the Red Soil Brinstar track, which is the huge red shaft. Oh, Vasco, do you think it's just the generic, that thing that happens with the aliens? What's it called? I should remember from Rainbow Rocks. What the fuck was the instrument called? Do you remember Hippocat?
The theremin.
Yeah, that one. It does actually sound the same for me, but I guess there is some similarities. Maybe there's... But X-Files were more of a conspiracy, like sinister feeling of mystery than... This is just slightly awe-inspiring sounding. And a little bit melancholy, I would say, if I understand that word correctly at least. Stuck behind the rock. Maybe they... Also this guy's back. Maybe they... I'm not sure if these games really originated this style, because I feel like maybe Unreal 1 was slightly similar. One shot from charge beam and he's done. Okay, the other, you can see there are two rooms to the side of this one, but the other one is only accessible through this half pipe, which I don't have the upgrades for yet. So I wonder if I'm doubting, heavily doubting, that they invented this style for these games, but whoever invented it, I wonder if they took the X-Files and just took the instrument and did other tunes with it to make it sound, make it have a completely different mood, but still retain the association with the mystical and the aliens and shit like that. Wrong button. Okay, map. Help me map. Okay, that whole section is inaccessible, but I can go into that place. I think it was the intense heat place. Daikatana. I don't remember any music like that in Daikatana. Don't you know? Daikatana didn't have the worst music. Now that I remember it. But it didn't have the best music either. It felt pretty uninspired. But you know, more what's the word, like competently made than most of the rest of the game, including graphics and especially, you know, game design and stuff like that. But I don't remember Daikatana having either sections, I mean either music like that or places like this, because you know it's only three things. It's Deus Ex like whatever location was in the first chapter, then it's ancient Greece, then it's medieval Norway or some shit, and then it's San Francisco in slightly near future. Okay, this might actually, yeah, this straight up just has grapple beams points, so can't really do anything here yet. And the door on the other side seems to be protected with wave beam doors. Rather, wave beam force fields or whatever. I'm not sure if you ever get to the point of walking in lava safely in this game, but we'll find out. Okay. So you know what? I think I will go to Magmoor actually still. Because there is the exit into Talon 4, our overworld. From Magmoor. And that will be slightly better than just backtracking via elevator from Chosen Ruins. At least I hope there is a way to get, because I'm not sure, there might be some one-way situation. Okay, where is the lift? Okay, that thing is inaccessible. Well, I mean, the room is accessible, but you can't get up there because you need magnet ball, whatever. Where is the E? There is the boss, there is the E. So the quickest would be to repeat the track that I made from the top of this room. Luckily I don't have to activate any rooms or anything. Just kill a bunch of these tentacles again. Right. But yeah, on my test run I did enter Magmoor through Talon 4 overworld, and I don't remember if I noticed anything that was obviously one way in that way, so I'm hoping I can get to the Talon elevator from the other side as well. Also, Daikatana is more fun to play than Quake, so I'll just say that and leave it there as another one of my objective facts. Oh, did this respawn? I guess it might have. Oh, and I wonder if they will let us into the boss room even, because when I was leaving it was overgrown with plant life. If I remember right, I couldn't go back through it, so... Okay, fuck everything, I'm just gonna tank it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I blow it up somehow? Sigh.
Can you do like the charged beam bomb thing?
No, I don't think you can do it in this game. Invulnerable to weapons fire. No, you don't lay bombs like that. Instead, there are charged beam combos with our missiles that we will discover later as separate upgrades. Yeah, Sabienta, turns out I do have to enter. I'm not gonna go through Talon 4, but I am gonna go! Because that elevator had 3 entrances, I will, I suppose, have to go through the big boss, mini-boss room. Plus side, it means I can fall down, and it's not even poison here, just water. Okay, that one was the hot place that I cannot do anything in. Oh, can I drop here? Aha! There's stuff! I didn't remember about this, so let's see if it gets me somewhere. Oh, magnets. I need magnets for this as well. Okay, good to know. Man, that upgrade is gonna open up like tons of shit that I wanna be. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously magnets, there's this rail. But it's not really visible on the map, as the fact that there's something still untaken in here, so might have some problems remembering it. But considering how much magnet rails are just everywhere, I will obviously just backtrack to the entire game. Okay, so which part actually goes to... Okay, it's there, so... Okay. Got it! I guess at this point it would be quicker to go through Talon, but I am determined to see Magmoor caverns as they were intended to be seen from the important direction. Ah, can roll under that bullshit as well. That I previously had to jump over. Okay, I'm gonna repeat my mistakes from last time. Try to boom up here. Just walking, just walking. Don't care about you guys. I don't know what the green butterfly things are. Obviously not important. Okay, that's the map room. Shriek bats go away. The tunnels with the glow bugs. Yeah, kinda wish I had strafing abilities here, but whatever. Alright, here we are. I don't think there's anything in the water for us. Finally, onto Magmoor Caverns. Well, I guess I have to do this again as well. Now I understand why this is here, because you do have to get this way through this whole place. I wonder if those vines do wither at any point, or if they're just there forever. That would be kinda weird. Why restrict one of the ways to this elevator like that? Also, fun fact, this game, out of all the Prime games, has the most realistic looking Samus. With each further game, her face was cartoonified more and more, in a kind of amusing way. But in this one, as we might see in the ending, she looks pretty close to an actual human being. Actually, I don't have to follow the platforms down like this, but it's more dramatic. Any lore down here? Probably not. These weird steam exhausts are kind of the worst. Grisby. Man, these names sometimes. Baron Fitter, break missiles, and fused together by superheated air. This barrier stands up to everything but concussive blasts. Intelligence is pretty limited. Well, I think we can all relate. Nothing else in here. Ooh. And oh, it was just a little bit of a hitch there. Maybe it generated some shader or some shit, I don't know.
Probably you should like save state every once in a while. Just in case.
The manual saves from the save stations are pretty reliable. It's a separate file and everything. It is fairly ignorant. I think you can also relate to that. Okay, so when you enter through this part, you even get this whole sequence here, cutscene thing, which I didn't get yesterday, my test run. So, sound familiar there, Hippocate? This is straight up lower what's the Norfair music.
Not really.
Around the Ridley place and the ruins and all that. It's just pretty much lifted, not even a remix. This thing is...
Well, I didn't really make an effort to remember that music.
Fair enough. Puffer. Unstable gas-filled organism. I guess we can all relate to this one as well. Will rupture on contact. Yeah. Puffers fill their bodies with little metaviprium gas. Float about in search of food. Rupture the gas and violently release. Aggressive hunters. Blah blah blah. And these fuckers are kind of a problem because that gas actually damages you and throws you about. So you have to wait a little bit for it to dissipate. But I was actually intending to scan this column because I seem to remember this thing becomes important later when you get like super missiles or something. Yeah, you shot your head way too early. I guess maybe it's just not gonna tell me anything. But I feel like I remember this column being destructible by either power bombs or super missiles, and it has one of those mandatory artifact keys you have to collect. 12 of them in this game. Maybe it was a slightly different column, but this one does look a bit destructible. And also there's the, I guess no, the grappling point, maybe just a shortcut across the room. Something to do laundry that looks like the pub. Do you mean like in adverts where they show, oh, these particles actively seek out dirt and shit like that? If anything, they look like the microbes in some sort of health spray advertisement. Yeah, this column is kind of dodgy looking as well. Might do this kind of like a viable attach point for the grapple. So, do I just go here? No, I don't. Okay, well, works out. Not sure how I'm supposed to. Maybe I'm meant to use the column. Okay, these fuckers are assholes. They will grab me and throw me out and damage me a little bit in the process. Guess I should scan them first. Triclops. Hunter-gatherer. Basically that's everything you need to know about it. It captures things that are small and stores them for later consumption. But, goddammit, fuck off. As you can probably gather by what I'm trying to do, it's not smart enough to notice things that are about to explode. It will happily try to get bombs and then get blown up. Ah, there's another one. Damn it. Kinda wish you could get out of this. Or alternatively, at least maybe bomb them without having to do this. Getting them to grab the bomb. Because that seems unnecessary, it's not like they swallow it or anything. Okay, so I feel like the Magmor cameras are the most laggy place, probably because of all the particles here. Because before I slightly reduced the resolution and some anti-aliasing and stuff like that, texture filtering in my emulator, I got severe lags during the places in the first like frigate Orpheon sequence when there was big explosions and smoke. So, you know, you can draw a pretty reasonably well-founded conclusion from that. Well, this room is already disorienting because it's so large. Let me see. Well, there is first of all stuff to get somewhere down in this Triclops maze. There should be an entrance. There we go, there's the entrance. Strafing required. Someone helpfully opened this hatch for me. Okay. Oh, what an idiot. What a bunch of idiots. Oh, okay. Somehow it exploded on its own anyway. Okay, I guess this loops back to where I entered, but this is a little entrance situation. I don't remember what's here, but it might be just a little bit of a rocket missile expansion. Maybe even a health tank. I don't know, just missiles. In a pretty cool looking place. I like that they bothered to extend. Didn't just put missiles down there, but they made this cool room. This little bit of a corridor filled with cracks, which is a unique mesh, obviously, probably. And this little side room with cool crystals and everything. So, a lot of care and effort went into this game. Hopefully these guys haven't respawned, okay. And yeah, this loops back to this pipe, so I guess I could have gone there. And had a bit of a faster time on that, but who cares. The exploration is important. Right, now what's the map like? That's the bonus room. That's the stuff. I am hoping the doors are the only place where I can actually exit these rooms, so I'm gonna rely on the markings. Because if I remember correctly, okay, so this is where I came from, right? Yes. Okay, I think I'm starting to recognize the structure of this. Holy shit, I cannot see! Come on. Also, those pipes look a little bit like the things you destroy in front of Mother Brain, that get narrower and narrower as you shoot them. I don't know, they never actually explained what the fuck those things are, but some things in some of these games look like them. Okay, I think there might be something on this little situation ledge. Or maybe not, maybe it's just a ledge. That whole place looks a bit suspicious, if I'm honest. But I feel like I will probably slide off it if I attempt to drop down there. Yeah, can I? Oh, don't tell me I can't get back up from here. I might not do it. Well, that makes my decision here easier. Okay, not sliding anywhere, which is pleasant. And thanks to mostly honest collisions, I was able to jump over that pile of rubble. You know, from modern games I've come to expect places like that to just have invisible walls, because the devs were too lazy to make sure everything is accurate and you can walk on stuff. When there's a pile of rubble, usually it's just floor or just an invisible wall, not just, you know, an obstacle that you can jump on. Them's the realities. Wonder if you can scan the pistons now, unfortunately not. There's probably a lot of cool lore behind these pistons, but oh well. Also, you know what this reminds me of? American McGee's Alice had a bunch of lava levels. I think one of them was maybe in the forest somewhere when you ran away from the giant ball. Might have had a place with lava in it. But most of them were before you go into your house and encounter the Jabberwock. And I think the combination of textures and the sharp edges on rocks and all that really makes it look like, I think it was straight up called Land of Fire and Brimstone, the level in Alice. And this really looks like that for me. Okay, little space pirate outpost here. They have upgraded their turrets here. You die from 2 missile blasts. probably scan them, but birds are not quite interesting enough. Okay, I'm just gonna check where this goes. Because this is the extent of where I've been. Oh, okay, I think this is a dead end for now, maybe. Or did I just decide not to go here on my test run? Well, you know what, let's find out. No! Wrong, bad decision. Very bad decision. Oh. Good thing I thought to do that. Yeah, no, not as certain as I thought that I knew what this was, but let's see. I think you need magnetic enhancements in here as well. Or maybe not, maybe you just roll in there past that asshole. You better not drop me into the fucking lava though. Ugh. There we go. Fuck off. Oh wait, I think this might actually be the way to Talon Overworld. Let me see. Because I seem to remember this being kind of a one-way... Yeah. And if you want to go back up, can you go here? Ah! Yes, I did that exact thing last time as well. Fuck! Okay. I just got to hold up to press myself against the back wall here. Ah yeah, this is the fuckery here that, you know, I think I will probably forego this for now because it's a place where I will return. So I will have to... Fuck no, I guess I cannot... Ooh, that was pretty close to death. I cannot normally go back without having to do that bullshit. Fuck! Okay, that was maybe not the best idea. Okay, hopefully this guy won't kill me.
We never planned for me to play Metroid Prime, Postal Dude.
No, he was never going to do this. That's right. Man, I foresee actually death in my future because there might be one of them fire lizards here and he might kill me. Because I don't know how to dodge the fire at close range. Okay, this is the Talon elevator, so I was correct. Where does this go again? Yeah, this just goes into fucking lava forever. And magnetic rails. Well, I guess this might be a good time to return to Talon. No, wrong button at all. Wrong button, what, at all? Wrong button entirely, not the right button at all, there we go. So when we return to Magmoor, we'll go back to that pirate outpost and climb there and see where that goes. I think that goes to Findrana Drifts, so yeah, that's the new location, gonna be in that direction. But here we return to a little bit of Talon 4 to gather some extra shit. Man, I keep calling it Talon 4 even though the entire planet is Talon 4, this is just the overworld. Okay, the lift is already active, that's nice. Okay, it isn't saying danger, so I can probably drop into the steam, and there is straight up just a missile expansion. Cool. I don't remember if I dropped in here on my test run. Ugh. I will tell you when I'm finishing this stream, Postal Dude. I was playing it and mildly enjoying myself, but then they started giving me like base building quests and I gave up. Kind of didn't want to proceed there because I like just the loop of landing on a random planets, navigating about, fighting assholes, gathering resources, and then deciding, well, I've had enough of this and flying to the next planet. Actually, what is this? Incubating life forms below the surface. I guess it might be some sort of beetle nest. Can I bomb the shit out of it? Like in Witcher 3? Probably not. Oh well. Let them incubate in peace. I wonder when the music in Talon Overworld changes, because I like the second track much more. It's pretty close to that style. Actually, it is pretty much the most that style-ish track. The one that we heard in Chosen Ruins in this game. Apart from the menu, because the menu in this game has just like, whoa, the coolest fucking music ever. For now, this is just playing the cafeteria style heroic Samus Aran theme, I think, more or less. I'm also wondering if there are things that I can blow up in this room that I'm missing right now. Yeah, I could go there if I had my grapple. There's a red door, which I think is the plasma beam. Oh, okay, this is the other side of this thing. We've been here. This thing that gets blown up when you blow up the other things. Right, what was our situation? There is the Chozo elevator, there is this. That I cannot access yet, I think, that room that has a door that doesn't go anywhere. So I will just go back to my ship now, I think. And see if I can get anywhere through the bunch of more ball places in there. Yeah, I think that separate room is up there. And we might be able to get there if we have whatever upgrade. I know actually what upgrade it is, but the upgrade that allows us to make use of the half pipes. Basically the skating board. Ugh. Okay, does this go to the ship? Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so where were all these places? Somewhere just around here. The tangleweeds as much as we can. See where this goes. Missiles, okay. Okay, got her there. What's the door about? I think I can... Ah, wrong. I cannot get there without my spacey jumpy, unless I can get across here, which I don't remember if I tried before. Huh, so I guess I just didn't try to go through here at all. What the fuck are you? Seedling. Plant-based ground feeder. Well, good luck feeding off the ground when you're on the ceiling. Oh, these fucking tangleweed are kind of resilient. Oh hey! Should have gone here in the first time. This is the important place. Impact crater. So we've heard on the frigate about the crater radiation level stuff, and we've heard about the meteor that put the great poison in this planet, and the Chozo have constructed some sort of thing around it. Field team reports are in on an age structure of alien design built on the surface of Talon 4. Studies show the structure projects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy prime within the deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics and studies on them have begun. As this field could hinder future energy production operations on Talon 4, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. Ah, the pirates are so dismissive of ancient lore and artifacts and shit. Also, I just noticed that there's shit floating. Okay. Oh, I guess I couldn't have gone here first because I needed missiles. Finally.
Do you need to motorboat the door to make it open?
Yeah, it increases the load times. Little no secret. As we have done for millennia, we Chozo, actually I keep wanting to read that as Kozo, but I guess Chozo is the canon pronunciation, work constantly on our statuary. The statues, we've seen a bunch of them in Super Metroid and stuff and shit. The statues are our sentinels, blind but ever watchful they are, and have always been repositories for our most precious secrets and strongest powers, the crafting of which is a long and sacred process, performed only by those chosen who have lifetimes of experience in such things. We have left these relics on planets across the solar system. Some are merely reminders, silent emblems of the chosen that serve as icons of peace in lands that know only war. Others wield subtle strength, exerting their influence in ways beyond the understanding of mortal creatures. Still others are guardians of our secret ways, and these can be as terrible as they are beautiful. Those who respect and honor these relics, aka morph ball in their hands sometimes, will know the friendship of the Chozo. Those who deface or destroy them will know our wrath, unfettered and raw. It's raw! The congregation of artifacts that hold the great poison at bay still holds strong. Fearful of the potential within the artifact temple, the invaders known as space pirates try to destroy it, only to fail in every attempt. We scattered the artifacts across the planet for their protection, and only a few have fallen into invader hands. Failing to understand them, they now seek to unmake them. Again, they fail. They are right to fear these things, great power sleeps inside them. Prophecy calls for their union. Come the day that the unholy worm is met by the great defender. I wonder who these people are, especially the defender. We can only hope the artifacts are not destroyed by the invader, for then all will be lost. So we do what we can to preserve the artifacts and to guide the newborn to them. Time wanes with our souls, yet hope remains. No posture that I wouldn't sign your petition is probably something stupid.
Well, it's probably a petition to like make congressmen play violent video games.
Yeah, something like that. Well, actually, that would kind of be beneficial at this point. Why is everyone asking me about No Man's Sky now? Artifact of Truth, the first of 12. Collect it and scan the totems here for clues on the locations of remaining artifacts. Together, the artifacts will open a path to the center of the impact crater. Yes. Yes, can you...
Well, friggin' everything is on sale. It's autumn sale.
And I didn't buy anything, I don't think.
I bought some things.
I have a bunch of items on my wishlist that have like 60% off, but I still didn't really care too much about buying them. So I know I'm not gonna play them in the foreseeable future, might as well wait until I really do want. Okay, artifacts. Vandrana, a tower sits upon their fortress atop the first collapse to reveal the chamber of the artifacts of the Elder.
I still have to do those shitty Steam Awards nominations.
New artifacts entry, blah blah blah. A grove of life. Reveal the pillar beneath the waves to find the artifact of Chozo. Luckily I'll be able to reference all these entries later in my pause menu. Hit of Magnur was a test for many warriors. A shrine in their honor holds the artifact of strength.
No, they don't sell that on Steam, Daniel. I also bought Death Cells, but as a gift. And I bought The Hunter, Call of the Wild for myself.
I don't remember if I bought it already or if I have it on my wishlist. The Sun Chamber high atop our ruined home became the nest of a great beast. and a source of corruption. Many chosen spirits have been drawn to this tainted place, release their bond with the world to claim the artifact of wild. So I guess I have to go back to freaking that boss's place again. Whenever is our home, we honor our fallen elders in the Great Hall. A chamber beneath the statue holds the artifact of world. Tower within the ruins where light always shines. Move through the waters there. Find artifacts of life giver. The old cave stands at Fendrana's edge. Seek the unseen entrance at its top to find the artifact of spirit. So 2 artifacts in Fendrana. Read that one already. So I guess the ones that we can read are the head marked ones. Let's just make sure. Actually, since there's 12 of them, I could probably just go logbook, artifacts, Druce. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wow! 4. I didn't need to count, but there are hints that I apparently missed 4 of these freaking entries somehow. Okay, let's look harder. How the hell did I manage that? I thought I read everything. Oh, maybe other sides of these. No? Huh. Maybe those just don't have hints to them. Well, you know what, let's leave for now. I'll probably naturally find all the artifacts anyway. Because that column 1 is like the toughest one, and I remember that. Okay, so this was that. I think we'll get to Fendrana today and stop there, which will pretty much correlate exactly with how my very first attempt at this game went back in the day, which wasn't the test run yesterday because I'm already farther than that here. I don't remember if I ever got out of Fendrana. I think I got slightly stuck in there. Okay, but that door seems inaccessible without any sort of double jump ability. Yeah, probably would need to leap from this. Any other doors in here? Actually, there is another. So there is that one that's inaccessible. And apparently there's one there. Maybe you can come from behind one of them. Oh, what? I guess I get some sort of super jump when I approach my ship, so that I can climb on it. Okay, let's look under the stones, wherever that was. Did we look in here? I forget. Oh wait, what? That's just wait, oh no, this actually goes. I think this is where the under the stones part was, right? Yeah, okay, good. Probably gonna be something inaccessible, or maybe, I don't know, unless they put another door behind it. Oh shit, what the fuck? Let's count those assholes. Flying Pirate. Pirates trained and equipped for airborne assault. Flying pirates are extremely agile in the air, but they hit signatures of their jetpacks and be tracked with thermal imaging. While their missiles are extremely potent, their jetpacks can be even more so. If the pack fails, they will make a suicide strike. Oh fuck. So, probably it would be better for me to have a thermal visor here, but whatever. I guess I can defeat at least 2 of them. Unless they escape. Like that, okay. Okay. One of them just did a suicide strike for no reason. This crate appears to be the same type of container found on Space Pirate Research Frigate. The material seeping out from the ruptured metal is highly toxic. Analysis indicates that this may be the Phazon. Oh shit, there's more. Compound the space pirates were using in their biological experiments. So this is the big bad evil poison thing. This is our first time seeing it in person. Blue magic plasma shit. What's that? Out of scanning range, naturally. Some guy. I guess he was half dead. Because guess what this is? I mean, guess what this is. You might recognize it by the hex thingies on the side and everything.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can enter it at any measure, or if I just encounter some sort of unjumpable place here where I cannot climb. Ugh. Ugh. I guess I cannot. I think when you get the underwater gravity suit, you actually see better in this fog, so might be a point in just not even trying to explore underwater for now. But I guess since it's visually recognizable for people who pay attention, this actually is that frigate that we were on in the beginning that crashed onto the planet after us, after we destroyed that parasite queen. So we'll revisit the intro place in a sense in here, and there is nothing else I can do in here because grapple and water I shall for later. That was pretty cool. Got to see this ahead of time. Okay, let's go back to Fendrana, no, not Fendrana, the Magmoor Caverns. And eventually to Fendrana, to be fair, so yeah, I was exactly right there. Ugh. Since I've done so much, I should probably save on the ship again. Whee! All things considered, our jumping is severely weaker than in Super Metroid. Super Metroid you could jump up like several screens, especially with the upgrade, but in here, kind of closer to the normal FPS level of jumping. Okay, ignoring everyone, let's just go back to Magmoor Caverns. Which I think the entrance must be, since the half pipe is the entrance to the Chozo ruins, considering it's a part of the ruins, so it's like a gradual transition there. The Magmoor entrance must be the place across all this. Yeah, well, I don't remember where the space jump boots are in this game, so maybe they are in Fendrana. We do have a bunch of weapon upgrades to get, so I don't remember in what order you get the upgrades, but in terms of our regular shit we have what, like probably the spring ball, spider ball, boost ball. Actually we do have a lot of shit now that I remember it. You know what, you can hibernate further, I will just leave you guys. Yeah! Fucking zoomer. Wanted to walk around, but apparently not. Yeah. Yeah, gravity suit, space jump, grapple, fucking 2 visors, 3 beams, missile beam combos, I think they're a separate thing. Okay, what was there again? Oh yeah, I didn't enter this, so that's why it's not on the map. It's the pure fucking lava forever. I could probably find something if I went there, but I kind of don't feel like it's going to... anything is going to happen. And besides, I will be back here with my magnetic ball anyway. Okay, so now we do that bullshit that I opted out of doing. Oh no, it's another room further. Fuck off! Let me pass. Maybe I shouldn't jump there. Aha, there we go. Okay. Now this is a part where maybe a controller would help me, but honestly, with how bad I am with using the Switch's controller sticks, I'll probably just roll straight out of this, like off of this bridge anyway. I don't remember how much I was missing just being able to tap the keyboard keys to move in weird directions in Mario Odyssey. Aha! Screw you. And I guess I just jump here. I don't remember what was past that guy. What was past that guy? Did I not go there? Ah, it was a tunnel just across the room, right? Yeah. No, Mario Odyssey is on Switch. I wish this was on Switch. Scan shows stress fractures in Bendisium frame. This is kinda similar to the Maridia tunnel pipe thing that we can blow up with power bombs a bit later. Yeah. Actually, I'm somehow almost dead already. Did the turrets just do that to me, or the fire from those guys? The dragon snake head guys. Did I scan the dragon head snake guys at any point? I should check next time if you see one.
This is a GameCube game on emulator Postal Dude.
Yeah. Dolphin. 4 point something, I think. Might as well shoot all these assholes ahead of time. No, Daniel, the Switch games are bigger. Especially since Metroid Prime 4 is going to be on the Switch. As I told you last time, I think it was you at least, these games aren't actually very large in terms of size. And Switch is, in every possible way, more powerful than the GameCube.
Yeah, if fucking Switch can handle Skyrim,
and
it
Doom
probably
4.
can handle this.
Doom 4 as well, which is probably a larger download than Skyrim. Immersion pistons are leaching power from the magma levers plant. Geothermal power source is promising. Recommend energy command deactivate central dynamo and switch to geothermal power at once. Yes, Abiyant, I also kind of want a bunch of games to release on Switch, like the Zelda Twilight Princess HD Remix, Wind Waker HD Remix, Mario Galaxies, perhaps even Sunshine. I would buy all of that shit in a heartbeat. And these, the Prime Trilogy. And Donkey Kong Country Returns, both of them. Unstable magma. Low, remove tower from grid, fluctuations, blah blah blah. Local crystal formations possess low Phazon residue. Phazon, they do have high value to the monks of Grondheim, however. Recommend processing of crystal for that market once Phazon operations cease. And we never see what the fuck Grondheim is ever again. Report any signs of magma predator activity to Security Central at once. So yeah, I guess this implies that these pipes are some sort of magma tubes things, I don't know. I think in Metroid Prime 3 we get these pipes in an actual destructible state. Maybe we can scan them there. But not here and now. Okay, that is a bit inaccessible for now. And I don't know, Danielle, if you are like technically apt at what Switch does and GameCube. If anything, the Switch, since it uses cards and not discs, load times and all that stuff and data access should be quicker. No, I failed miserably. I failed very miserably, in fact, and I might die. Yikes. That was dangerously close. Funny because on my test run yesterday I did this in my first try.
Don't try this, get some health first.
Right. I guess you're correct there. I was kind of confident in myself, but that usually backfires. Positive, I just plug the switch into my computer monitor and play there, slightly leaning back on my chair. Sometimes at work in the office when the boss isn't there yet, in the portable version. Very rarely on the toilet, but mostly I just read books in there, so you know. I'm not quite as crazy about the portability as some people are. I prefer to play it on the big screen. And on the big screen that it's close to me, unlike, you know, a proper like couch console setup, which I kinda hate, to be honest. What did the Wii do about double jumps? I'm not sure. I only know that the Wii edition gave you motion controls and removed a bunch of visual effects from everything everywhere. What are these holes? I'm pretty sure they're probably not scannable, but they're still kind of weird looking.
Yeah, sure, Postal Dude. Why don't we use PC to play console exclusive games?
Yeah. If I could play... Well, I mean, I could probably emulate that shit. It's on the Wii U as well. No, Wii is not better than Switch, Daniel. Stop hating on Switch. Switch is the best Nintendo console to date. Oh, Sabienta, so that's just a, you know, a spring ball that you already have all the time. That's kind of cheating. I prefer a proper challenge of actually doing the double bomb jump. It's not even that hard. I usually don't fuck it up, believe it or not. Well, I don't have diarrhea usually, Daniel, but you know, I have...
You should try having it.
Yeah, I will try at some point, but I take advantage of it just when I want to play those two games that are on it.
This Winter Wonderland place looks kind of cool.
Yeah. Ring has become brittle from blah blah blah. Radion, I'm not sure what Radion is, but I will try. Missiles, okay, missiles work. Oh, shabazabaza. The fucker might have killed me, actually. The Wii is super weak. The Switch is at least not quite as weak. It is weak compared to the same generation platforms, but, you know. The door directly above has been unlocked. That's great, but give me some health. But objectively, the Switch is better because it's more powerful than the Wii. It doesn't have quite as much motion control bullshit, because motion controls kinda suck. Even though it does still have some shake your hand in even Mario Odyssey. They refuse to get rid of that. Unfortunately. Okay, I'm afraid to make like a single step anywhere in here because I'm just gonna get killed by the invisible shriek bats that I can't kill at the moment. Because I don't have the...
The motion controls really suck though.
Kinda do,
I thought
yes.
they would have perfected them by now.
Well, I guess the Vive style, actually good motion controls are not quite as shitty. But I would like, even in VR, there are no proper games in VR because there's no feedback, you know? They can't place obstacles for your hands or anything like that. Oh, fuck it, let's just jump across this shit. So, like, there are occasions where I guess motion controls are kind of cool, but for pretty much any game that is a real game, I will never pick anything but, you know, keyboard and mouse, or mouse. Because motion controls, they are slightly better than sticks on controllers for me, but still inferior to proper controls. The Wii had good games, but, you know, the best of those games barely made use of the motion. Like, the Zelda games only did aiming with them, and that's not really important. And you can aim with motion on Switch as well. Actually, that was kind of interesting to do in Zelda. just a minute because you don't have mouse, aka proper controls. That's still better than the sticks. Also, I guess, yeah, the fact that the Wii had whatever it was called, the classic whatever. What was it called? Where you could download old games. I guess it's kind of pointless for me because emulate everything. But yeah, whatever. Basically, there is pretty much nothing that Wii could do that the Switch cannot do. It's just they are slightly walking away from motion controls. But I'm pretty confident that the Switch thingy-magics, the two separate things that you get to control, they are probably have the same functionality roughly as the Wiimotes. Ah, Virtual Store, there we go, that's the name. But who cares about Virtual Store? You can emulate all that shit on your PC. Well, I fucked that up. Okay, so it was a good idea to go heal up. Ah, I know, I fucked that up. Okay, let me actually focus on this instead of looking at the chat all the time. Nah! How did I do it 3 times in a row without any failure yesterday? I guess I was just better at it. Oh wow, yeah, there's the block is gone. Should have accounted for that as well. Shit. No, Daniel, the Switch is already better. The games are a separate issue. Like, yes, of course the Wii has a rich library of games plus the Virtual Console, but as a console by itself the Switch is better. There's just nothing about the Wii that could be possibly better than the Switch, hardware-wise. And as I said, most of the Virtual Store stuff was Nintendo 64 and SNES and NES, and that stuff is... there is no reason to buy that when you have a PC. Also, it does have some sort of similar thing. It does have some motion controls in it. It does have 2 things you can wave around pointlessly. But you know, those made the Wii only for like grandmas and parents and stuff like that. They were a novelty that quickly lost the sparkle. Also, that's true, Sabiente, yeah. Yeah, Joy-Cons they're called. Right. But well, you know, the Wii... ah no, I was just about to say, yes, the Wii does have these games because they were re-released in the trilogy. Okay, well I was planning to stop in Fendrana. What's the time? I guess I'm nearing 3 hours. I'm gonna go save again since I got that health extension. I'm gonna see about proceeding maybe slightly further. Probably not gonna reach the next save station, but let's see what we can find. Xbox. Those other... like, I could see PlayStation because it has Bloodborne on it. But no, Xbox just doesn't have anything interesting that you can't play anywhere else. Daniel has some sort of weird agenda against Switch, and obvious that he's biased. Your opinions are invalid, therefore. Because my bias is the correct bias. Okay, how do I go up there? To that door, maybe from that side. Maybe I cannot, maybe I need platforms for it. Whip Central maybe, but you know, it does have a few exclusives that are worth a shit. Okay, climb on this side. I figured it out. Okay, can you defeat these with a charge shot? Important. No! Probably scan them as well. Now I don't have an agenda, Danielle. I objectively looked at all the consoles and I decided the Switch was the first one worth my time. I don't have the Wii, I don't have the Wii U, I didn't have the GameCube. Well, the GameCube was probably before I could afford consoles. But
you had an SNES.
Yeah, well, that wasn't my decision, but it was the best console of that time. And the Switch is the only console worth a shit right now. Also, dude, good luck playing Mario Odyssey and Zelda Breath of the Wild on PC. I guess it's technically possible, at least Breath of the Wild, since the Wii U I think is emulatable, but still, I would prefer not to have to do that. But no, Daniel, Switch is not for weebos. Switch is for the actual people who know what is fun and what is not.
So I shouldn't get one then.
Maybe. Okay, let's just do the charge beam. Probably should have scanned them, but whatever. But yeah. Well, in all possibility, if it's possible, it doesn't mean that you won't need luck to properly play it, because there is being able to technically run it and being able to play it with accuracy and good FPS that you would need for proper enjoyment. So yeah, it is a good argument if you actually pay attention to what I'm saying.
What's a weeb game anyway? Like Final Fantasy?
Yeah, probably JRPGs and shit. But yeah, I think Switch's popularity speaks for itself. Kind of. I don't remember if it sold better than the Wii, but it's definitely at least up there. Well, possibly I've got more enjoyment out of those two games than I've gotten out of any game that I've bought on Steam, even Doom 4. In the recent years. I don't remember a Steam game that I've played for as long and had as much fun. So yeah, definitely not regretting the kind of obscene amount of money, yes, that's true, that I put in Switch for 2.5 games, but you know, I can afford it, so it's not a problem. I'm not sure if there is anything to drop down to from here, but I will do it anyway because I just pressed the wrong button there for a second. Ah, there's this that I cannot do anything about yet. Melted with extreme heat, okay, I get it, I get it. So I guess the only way to go from here for now is that one door. What's that little weird passageway though on the minimap? It's above me, way above actually. Daniel, 4K, who gives a shit about 4K? Those games are probably shit anyways. I would rather play a good game in low resolution than modern AA non-Nintendo crap in 4K. I would never get an Xbox or PlayStation, that's just that there's no point. Even Bloodborne is not worth. Okay, I might need to drop down here for something. Ah.
How do you people even force yourself to play games?
Blu-ray, like what the hell you want? Like consoles don't, I don't know. Why the fuck do you need all that shit on a console? It has better games, that's the long and short of it. I don't care how new technology is or like how much the games take, how much space that means, and the resolution, fucking resolution. Like you play it on a tiny little screen if you want, like a mobile device. You can play it on a TV from a slight distance and you won't see the resolution. All the advantages of other consoles are superficial. They don't have good exclusives like the Switch does. Come on, come up. Get fuck. Yes, Daniel, but some opinions are more right than others. And as far as I understand, the community at large is agreed that the Switch is a great console, and the Xbox and PlayStation are more like, okay, well, they exist. They're great for some casual gamers out there, not hardcore Nintendo gamers like myself. Oh, okay. Probably can blow this up.
Come on, Daniel, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you so salty about Switch?
Maybe he is not quite as happy about his shitty other consoles as he tries to make us believe. Baby Shigoth, Glacial Predator, Ice Shell. Okay, this is starting to strain my... what's the word? Suspension of disbelief. Things with ice body parts is a little bit weird. Ah, that was... These guys are just like Doom for pinkies. Only slightly better because they aren't mixed with thousands of other monsters. And don't kill you in 2 hits either. And are actually dodgeable. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, even though I'm not making as much use of the portability of the Switch as other people, I will say it's really good that there's an option. Because I have often taken it to places outside the the computer room here when I normally use it. Even just to take it to work, take it to the toilet. Like, good luck playing the games that aren't really good in the first place on PlayStation and Xbox, but portably and with the level of graphics that, the art direction compensates for all the technology difference anyways. But compared to other mobile devices today, the Switch is just a powerhouse. But yeah, I mean, yes, the Mario Galaxies and the other Wii games are cool. I really don't count the Virtual Shop, because that's just... no one will fucking buy a Wii for that. Especially if they have PC and the minor understanding of the internet, but... I mean, the Wii has been out for how long? The Switch has a pretty good lineup for its age. Wait, am I... I think might have... No. Have I been here? Because that room is really familiar, but this door is fresh. I guess it's just the same type of door. Okay, this is fucking up my visor. We're gonna roll through this. I'm not sure if it has a web browser possibly because I don't have Wi-Fi here, so I can't really connect it to the internet outside of work, where I download all my updates for games and stuff like that. Okay, this is kind of messing with my perception of space and time. Where can I go here? And bonk into that. Okay, I'm assuming these crates are not gonna be destructible. Many chosen have gone beyond now, and this is a mercy. Those of us who remain suffer in dimensional flux, drifting helplessly across time and space, guided by unseen and inexorable currents. The chosen who cling to science fight the tide, but our minds are weakening. Soon we will all be like the turned, chosen who have been utterly corrupted by the great poison. The turned still hold to their chosen forms, but their minds are black with well intentions. Gone is their respect for life. They honor only destruction, and seek to disrupt the artifacts holding the great poison at bay. All life taunts them, and they do not rest. Before long, there will be all that remain of the Chozo here. So that Phazon thing is powerful enough to mutate fucking ghosts. As I said, Danielle, okay, maybe charge beam only. I can play games there on the toilet. I don't need to read the internet on the toilet. There is no reason to read the internet on the toilet because I can do that on PC anyways, all the time. I mean, I can play games on PC anyways all the time too, but you know. Also, you can use your phone for that if you want, for internet browsing on the go.
Also, Postal Dude,
But who the hell
Antroid has like one device that
Yes.
needs to be connected to the internet.
I have no reason to have Wi-Fi. It would be of no benefit to me at all at this point. Well, you know, beyond connecting the Switch, but it will also fuck up my streaming abilities and all that stuff.
How would it fuck up your streaming abilities?
Because the speed would be more limited than just straight up cable, as it is right now.
What stops you from having a cable going from your router to your PC?
Laziness, I don't know. If I'm going to use the cable for the PC anyways, I'm not gonna fucking set up a router just for the Switch if I can go download updates at work whenever I want. Aha! The half pipe upgrade. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure the spring ball even is in this game, considering the boost ball kind of takes its button. Now I need to remember how to properly do this. I think there is a technique to this so that you can kind of boost indefinitely stronger and stronger, but I don't remember. Okay, so you boost while you're touching the ground, that's reasonable.
Over the years of having potato phones, I never ever regretted having a potato phone instead of some fancy smartphone.
Yeah, I have absolutely zero need for a smartphone. I'm not like the people who can not, you know, go a couple minutes without the internet or reading some book. Okay, Vice Commander, that's nice to know. Also, I actually need to look if I can get anywhere from this half-pipe. Because it doesn't look like it, it looks just like a practice thing. Okay, that's where I got the upgrade. I guess I can reach this platform with that ice guy. That was a bit not as demanding as I kind of expected it to be. Okay, so I'm actually not particularly sure where we can go with the boost ball. Fuck off. I remember several half pipes, but none in Fendrana. But I'm pretty certain that it's too early for us to leave Fendrana because I remember it being more of a prolonged experience in here. Yeah, I think that might be just the reuse of the same mesh of the similar room in the other open place, like this one. Also, it's nice that you can just outstrafe these guys. They don't turn instantly. So you can just hop around them. Okay, that's a purple door. Did I go here and read this lore at any point? Let's find out. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Now know if our temple, the Cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. How can we choose the hope for it to remain intact when that which it guards writhes in the darkness, growing always stronger? The fate of this world rests with the gathering of artifacts we call the Cipher. But even if it... but even it is not all-powerful. It is strong, yes, an enchanted hole made of 12 links. Still it is finite in its reach, and we who guard it are slowly succumbing. When our vigilance crumbles away into madness, the Cipher will be exposed, and the fate of Talon 4 will be beyond our influence. Okay. Anything can gather in here. I don't think I can reach quite yet. I need to remember somehow this place for when I have my double jump thing. I guess I will come back here for the purple door and hopefully that will be afterwards. Okay, this is back into the main room. I think our... oh, something is going on. I think... ah, yeah, I remember what this is going to be. Oh no, Ridley is just lazily flying around. Okay, there's a tower there that I have no idea how to reach. We'll probably find it out at some point as well. Back to pressing the wrong button. Okay, so we need to figure out a way to get up there. I wonder if there are enough platforms. I don't think there are. I need more platforms here so that I can jump across. Anything in the water? I don't think I've ever dived into this ice water. Probably won't be. Okay, considering the time, you know what I think? I think I will go save, especially since right now I'm unsure of where to go. It's probably a good time to save here. And maybe before next Sunday I will use the save to go and scout where I need to go next. I'm not sure if it's better to not quite know everything, because when I scout I'll probably discover secrets and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if it's going to be more interesting to watch me discover all the like items and secrets in the game, or if it's better if I am prepared. But at least I think I will try to figure out if there is anything, if there is any way to progress here in Finrana, or if I need to go back to the other half pipe, because I feel like there is a way to get to that place already somehow. There's some switch somewhere in here or something, I don't know, that I need to activate. But yeah, we'll figure it out. If anything, like, there's always the hint system, which I think might tell me where to go next, but I'm quite reluctant to turn that on. But at the very least we can always go to the 2 half pipes and reach at least 2 more power-ups. Maybe that will help us think. Well, Vice Commando, I mean I have seen this game played through at some point in the past, so it's not going to be blind completely. It's just going to be wandering about for a bit longer, because I don't remember where the progress is, where the secrets are and stuff like that. But I do have memories of many things. Oh wow, my Avast is telling me shit. So yeah, I guess I might as well not prepare. That's easier for me. That's easier for me. Let's see, there is the blue door in here. I don't think I see any other exits from this particular zone. Okay, went through there. I don't remember what happened when I came out of here. I guess maybe it was just a ledge that I could use to traverse to here and get the thingamajig. So yeah, I guess this seems to me that unless there is a way from this room to reach that place, which honestly it looks like it would be accessible with a double jump. So perhaps there is a double jump in like Talon 4 Overworld. I gotta stop calling it Talon 4. Talon Overworld. Or maybe even in the ruins where there was the second and third, I think, half-pipes. But yeah, okay, Vice Commander, I guess I will not be looking ahead then. Unfortunately, yes, as I said, I do know many things about these games, most of the things. General things like all the locations, the bosses, most of them, the stories and stuff like that. Alright, now we'll go look at how many hours of No Man's Sky I have. No Man's Sky, hours, 42 hours, okay, that's more than I expected. To be fair, that was kind of my chill game for a long time, when I was like listening to podcasts such as Co-optional. I would just randomly walk around in No Man's Sky. But most of that time has been taken by my hardcore run, where I am playing until my first death, which I think is one of the difficulties in there, correct? But luckily I have managed to avoid certain death on many occasions, and it's been actually, frankly, kind of exciting. No Man's Sky, I've enjoyed that for how long I played, but I kinda got turned away by all the quests that I needed to do instead of just traversing the universe. I might get back to it at some point later in my life.
You're salty, Daniel. I don't have strong feelings about consoles.
I have strong feelings that I'm always correct, and since I picked the Switch as my first console since the SNES, there is no possible argument against Switch being the best console, that's just that. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. How are you liking Metroid Prime so far, Hippocat?
I don't know, I guess it's alright.
It's slower paced and
Kinda
at least,
works better
right?
in 2D, I guess.
In what D?
In 2D.
Ah, yeah. Well, I don't know. I think they're different feeling but equally valid ways to play. Especially if this was proper like FPS controls, I would have properly loved first-person Metroidvania. This just has a lot of limitations placed on it by being a console game. But it's like, I mean, it's the trilogy of very popular games, so clearly everyone didn't mind, and so far neither do I, even though my controls are shit. But yeah, goodbye, and thank you all for watching.
Goodbye.